Should be good.
Alright, hopefully you can hear us now.
Yeah, they can hear you.
Alright. Is there sound? Hopefully, okay.
Okay.
Alright. Sorry about that.
Sorry for the wait.
I did forgot to size all the videos, and Gray had to fix them for me. So, appreciate you guys waiting. I woke up this morning. I had some of those. I was doing a roll call for all the presenters here. We had to make sure everybody was here as well. There was a roll call, and there was a couple of Bueller moments. A couple of them. Not going to name names. I'm 40 now, so you're testing my heart. But it's alright. Everybody's here. Everybody's... the doors are open. Monsterface is even dressed up. Let's get on with the show, shall we? You know what we usually start with? That very sweet and important Lifetime Achievement Award. Roger William Corman was born in Detroit, Michigan in 1926. But by high school, he was already in Beverly Hills, then off to Stanford University to become an engineer like his father. He took a 2-year hiatus to serve in the U.S. Navy, but by 1946 he returned to Stanford to finish his degree. He worked for a whole 4 days at U.S. Electrical Motors in L.A. before he declared, "I've made a terrible mistake," and then he quit. His younger brother Gene had already been working in the film industry as an agent by then, so Roger decided that's where he would try his luck as well. He started in the mailroom at 20th Century Fox, got promoted to story reader, and provided ideas for the 1950 film The Gunslinger. But he wasn't credited, so he quit and decided to study at Oxford. He even lived in Paris for a little while. When he returned to LA, he worked as a stagehand, a messenger, and was the assistant to literary agent Dick Hyland. While doing this, Corman managed to write a script called The House in the Sea. He sold it to the Allied artists for $2,000. It was retitled Highway Dragnet. He also worked on it as an associate producer, but was only paid in experience. But soon he was able to raise $12,000, and with all of his new contacts in Hollywood, he was able to produce his first ever feature, the 1954 Monster from the Ocean Floor. Then in 1955 he produced The Fast and the Furious. Yes, that's right. Vin Diesel has been driving in an endless loop, making bank every time he passes go, largely thanks to Roger Corman. Also in 1955, Roger directed his first 4 films. 5 Guns West, The Beast with a Million Eyes, Apache Woman, and Day the World Ended. Not only did he direct 4 right out of the gate, but that was his average per year. His directing slowed down, however, in 1970 when he married his wife, Julie. His movies weren't just simply quantity, there was plenty of quality as well. Little Shop of Horrors, The Pit and the Pendulum, The Raven, The Terror, Masquerade of the Red Death. These are all very important and beloved horror classics. And even though he gave up directing, his producing never slowed down. He has 492 credits, soon to be 493. He's also acted in several great films, and as an author he wrote How I Made 100 Movies in Hollywood and Never Lost a Dime. There was even Roger Corman Cosmic Comics. This is only a tip of the iceberg that is this man's career. He's 97 years old, and I can tell you he didn't waste a single one of them. He's had 4 children and is still happily married. So many people in the filmmaking industry proudly admit that they have been inspired by this man. Most of them even got their first breaks working on one of his many projects. Roger Corman earned everything he got from Hollywood, but more importantly, he gave back so much more. That's why here at the Horror Addicts we thank him and honor him with the Lifetime Achievement in Horror Award. Yeah, Roger! 97, man. Still going. Appreciate that guy. The movie industry just wouldn't even be the way it is without that man, so.
Agreed.
Heavily inspired a lot of our favorites, because he was like their favorite, and it just passes it down, and then hopefully, you know, our favorites will become other people's favorites, and it's just a big trickle-down system.
And I love his enthusiasm.
Yes.
No matter, even though he's been doing this for so long, he still has like the biggest smile whenever he talks about his work.
Yeah, as long as he's not clocked in to be an engineer. 4 days of that was enough. All right, thanks, guys. We are rocking and rolling now, and I really appreciate your patience. I appreciate Brandon Bedlam. I saw that he donated $2 early before we even started. And there's some people joining the members. Yeah, if you join the membership, you can get cool badges now and whatnot. I really appreciate... I don't know. I just thought I'd make it out there. All right, but before we get to movies, though, like, let's cover some of the other, you know, type of media that involves horror. Because there's awards for things that aren't just movies here. And, you know, I like to play video games. You like to play video games?
You know it.
All right.
I'm addicted to Sons of the Forest.
Who loves to play video games? Slash and Cast. And they just got 100K subscribers recently. Well deserved. Bravo, guys. Hell yeah. And they still took time out of their game playing to come do a video for us. So let's go to best video game.
See my dog right there? There's the other one. Very nice. The whole family's here. That's great. Hey everyone, my name is Riley Lorden with the Slash and Cast YouTube channel, here to present once again for the 7th annual Scares. It's hard to believe it's been 7 years, as I remember the first year. Time flies. But I'm here to present the award for Best Horror Video Game. A lot of great horror games came out this year. A lot of competition for sure. But as always, there must be a winner. But first, let's take a look at these nominees. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Sons of the Forest, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Dead Island 2, Dredge, and Puppet Master the Game. And the winner is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, I'm a little biased if you've seen the YouTube channel. I have about 1,000 hours in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre already, but it was my favorite game of the year. Although 2023, a ton of incredible games, and if 2024 can live up to that, then we have a lot of special things ahead of us. But that's it for me. Once again, thank you guys so much for having me. I always appreciate being a part of this, and I can't wait to do it again next year for the 8th annual Scares. That's it. Back to the show.
I can't even think about an 8th annual Scares.
That seems like so far away, but I'm sure we'll all be back for it.
In the future.
In the future. Yes. I have to admit, though, that Texas Chainsaw Massacre game looks really sweet. But I have yet to play it myself. The only one I've ever played is the old Atari Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is actually the very first video game that was based on a horror movie. There was horror games before that, and maybe games based on movies, but that was the first game based on a horror movie.
And there's Jason from the video game.
Oh, yeah. So I think we've come full circle. And congratulations to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That is awesome. You like, which ones are you partial there? You like Sons of the Forest, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, she plays that quite a bit. The one I liked was Puppet Master. I know it's kind of silly and all, but I always wanted to play as those little puppets, so it was finally cool that it happened.
That was fun. It's free, by the way.
Yeah, it's free. So, anyways, I don't know, what other type of horror media is out there? Do you know of any?
Books.
Books? That's kind of like a video game, but it's powered by your brain.
When I think about books, I touch my shelf.
You touched your shelf? All right. Well, who do you think can present best books for us?
You know, I might know a little book club and a truly great reader, Killer Kayla.
Oh, okay.
I hear she's got a friend.
Yeah.
You know, she's got a friend.
Well, let's send it over to her and her friend then.
When you open a book, you become the director of your own horror movie. You cast the characters, frame the shots, and the effects budget is only limited by your imagination. This year's nominees brought us monsters and mysteries, social commentary, and humor. The nominees for the best horror book of 2023 are Vampires of El Norte by Isabel Cañas, Mexico, 1840s, Cowboys, a father and daughter struggling to navigate their relationship, a war, and vampires.
Our Share of the Night by Mariana Enriquez. A woman dies a mysterious death, which leads a father and son on a road trip to her ancestral home, where they learn her family was part of a cult in search for immortality.
How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. When Louise's parents die unexpectedly, she's tasked with returning to Charleston to handle the estate and her mother's puppet collection. The house and the dolls within will do whatever it takes to stay off the market.
Don't Fear the Reaper, Part 2 of the Indian Lake Trilogy by Stephen Graham Jones. Jade is obsessed with slasher movies. When people end up murdered in her small town, not only is she convinced she's living in a slasher film, she knows who the final girl will be.
Holly by Stephen King. Private Detective Holly Gibney from Mr. Mercedes and If It Bleeds stars in her own novel. She reluctantly takes a case of a missing girl and soon finds herself up against eccentric octogenarian academics.
A House with Good Bones by T. Kingfisher. Sam's excited to spend time with her quirky, warm, cluttered mom, but mom has changed. She's jumpy and the home has lost its charm. When Sam finds a jar of teeth in the backyard, she must go digging for the truth, a truth that might be best left buried.
Monstrillo by Gerardo Samana Cordova. A grieving mother leans on old Mexican folktales and buries and nurtures a piece of her deceased child until it grows into a carnivorous, sentient monstrillo.
Camp Damascus by Chuck Tingle. Camp Damascus is the self-proclaimed most effective gay conversion camp in the country, but the secret behind that success is anything but holy. And the winner for Best Horror Book of 2023 is...
How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix.
This is Grady Hendrix's second consecutive Oscar win. Congratulations, Grady!
Cock-a-wee-wee!
To get a head start on the best horror books of 2024, join the Bloody Book Club.
You can find us on Goodreads and catch our monthly live streams on Gory Bee Movie.
And until we meet again,
blessed be.
Woo, good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, and good job, Kayla. I know you're out there watching. Time Capsule, I see them in the chat. So I really appreciate that. Yeah, check out Gory's Bloody Book Club. You guys do it once a month?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
First Thursday of every month over on Gory Bee Movie.
You read them so I don't have to. Okay, I know you don't like that joke, but no, they really pick out some good books. And sometimes I do end up hearing the book. Or I read the book, or you read it to me, and then you choose not to do it because it was hilarious. Anyways, thank you. Books are great, and congratulations to Grady Hendrix for beating Stephen King 2 years in a row. I mean, that's really hard to do.
That's really impressive. Really impressive. He lost out on Goodreads, but I feel like our audience is a little more savvy.
Yeah.
At least when it comes to horror.
I also think it's nice that when we do the votes that we make I haven't read any of these sections, so that way people don't just pick Stephen King automatically. So.
And that was my favorite book of the year, too.
Yeah.
Like, it truly makes you, like, laugh, cry, genuinely scary. That book has everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, I want to just thank you. I think there's another award ceremony happening today. I don't know, but thank you for not watching TV, or at least multitasking if you are watching TV. Speaking of TV, that's a media, and it's got horror on it. Some really good ones, too. So why don't we see what sweet horror shows have been coming out, the newest ones, and send it over to Carnage Candy.
Hello, welcome to the Oscars. My name is Lizzie, aka Carnage Candy, and I am very excited to be presenting for Best New Horror TV Show. We've got a lot of great horror and spooky TV this year, and there are definitely some great ones in this category. So your nominees for Best New Horror TV Show are The Fall of the House of Usher. This one I was obsessed with. Definitely loved Mike Flanagan. Can do no wrong. The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon. The Walking Dead, Dead City. Mayfair Witches. Goosebumps. Swarm. And The Last of Us. Like I said, a lot of great TV shows in this category. But there can only be one, and the winner, I feel like no shock, is The Last of Us. Congratulations to The Last of Us and its fantastic cast for winning this year's Oscar. Definitely make sure to share which one was your favorite this year, and enjoy the rest of the Oscars. Thanks y'all for stopping by. Bye.
The Last of Us. And it wasn't even a video game this time. It was actually a show. And we saw the cool haunted house when we went down to Hollywood Horror Nights. So that was awesome. Congratulations, Last of Us. Thank you so much, Lizzie. Check her channel out if you haven't already. She's great. But there's a lot of TV, like a lot of good horror TV shows. These are that was the category of brand new ones that we got. But some of our favorites return. They get new seasons, and we're happy to watch more seasons of things we like. So
I really want Wolf Like Me to come back.
Oh yeah, that would be good. I did like.
And what we do in the shadows.
We binged 2 seasons of that, and Wolf Like Me, and then what we did in the shadows. I really don't want that to ever end. It probably will, but I don't want it to.
It's the last season this season.
I think we might even get Chucky though to go farther. He might even go to space, I hear. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I'm here to watch it.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. You guys are having a lot of fun in the cast. I see Slash Cast. Great job, by the way. CZ's World nice. CZ's World checking us out. Appreciate it. Yeah. So why don't we talk about returning shows that we like? And we got a returning couple, Ashley and Ken Sledge, for Sledgehammer Horror.
What's going on, everybody? I am Ken Sledge.
And I'm Ashley Sledge.
And we are Sledgehammer Horror.
So let's talk horror. Today we are presenting for the Oscars Best Returning Horror TV Show.
There are a lot of great nominees this year. And some of our nominees this year are Wolf Like Me.
I love you, and that is the only thing that matters. The universe can go and eat a bag of dicks.
Fear the Walking Dead.
from...
I'm seeing a lot of people pushed to their edge. You ever wonder if maybe that's the point?
But in your dreams, whatever they be. Creep Show.
Don't tell her we're dead. They're dead.
Oh.
What We Do in the Shadows.
How do you feel about taking the virginity of a dead ghost? It's your lucky night.
Chucky.
Yellow Jackets.
We hear the wilderness and it hears us.
I think shit's gonna get a lot worse out here.
I'm just a girl. Slasher Ripper.
Darkness is already here.
And American Horror Story Delicate.
And the winner is...
What We Do in the Shadows. So this year we want to thank Horror Addicts TV for having us on once again. It's always an honor. And an extra big thank you to every presenter that took their time out to do this. This is always special every year, and we appreciate every single one of you. If you haven't already, please subscribe to all these amazing presenters and check out everything they have to offer. But until we see you next time, keep talking horror.
Stay who you are.
And we'll see you guys soon.
Bye, guys.
We're back. Love those vampires. Kind of inspired my top hat here, look. But I'm just human bartender, that's for sure. CZ said there should be a best maze. Chucky, which was nominated for this. That was probably my favorite maze of last year.
Yeah.
And then the year before that, I think my favorite maze might have like surprisingly been like The Curse of La Llorona, because that was just so good, even though I wasn't that biggest fan of the movie.
I was not surprised, not ready for how good that was.
Yeah, that was just really good. So, congratulations, our favorite vamps. And, but you know, not all shows that are about horror are fiction, which can be scary if you really think about it. So there's some non-fiction shows out there that are great. And I think we should go from one awesome horror couple, the Sledgehammers, to another horror couple that's awesome. Not just any horror couple, that horror couple.
Which one?
You know, that horror couple.
Hey guys, thank you so much for having us.
What's going on, guys?
Yes.
Happy to be back again. Happy to be here.
Yeah, for the Oscars. Thank you. Yeah, scares. Thank you so much to Horror Addicts for having us back.
Hey, one of the hosts is a wrestler, actually.
Yeah, Danny Nightmare. Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Multi-talented.
Yes.
Wrestler and horror addict.
Yes.
I just like to watch wrestling, but this guy doesn't.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Skills.
Yeah.
Skills. What are we presenting, Kaylee?
Today we are presenting the best non-fiction horror TV show.
Oh, you mean like real life?
Yeah.
Things get real.
Yeah. Here with our nominees.
Let's
so
keep it
let's
real.
read them off.
Read them to me.
The nominees for Best Non-Fiction Horror TV Show of 2023 are The Infield Poltergeist, Living for the Dead, The Bolay Brothers Halfway to Halloween TV Special, John Carpenter's Suburban Screams, The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs,
nice,
and Amityville, an origin story. Drum roll, please.
Backstory of Amityville. That is interesting to me.
Yeah, so let's find out who is our winner.
I think I know who it is.
Drum roll.
I think I know.
It is The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs. And of course, Darcy the Mail Girl. She's
hot.
Yeah, she's awesome. We love her. We love Joe Bob too.
Joe Bob's awesome.
Yeah, we met them. They're awesome. Super nice people. Really cool.
His rants are dope.
They're super awesome. Yeah.
I love his rants.
Yeah, me too.
He can talk about anything.
Yeah.
For a
Make
long...
it very interesting, funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
He could talk about anything for a long period of time. He's skilled like that.
Yeah. He's awesome.
Dude, that's not fair. They were up against Joe Bob.
Yeah. Nobody's going to win against Joe Bob.
It wasn't a fair contest.
Yeah.
You know why? Because the drive-in
will never die.
Never dies.
And neither does that horror couple. So make sure you're subscribing to us on YouTube if you like horror reviews.
That's right. We're just here to plug ourselves, really. That's why we wanted to do this.
Yeah.
We just want to...
Let's just be honest.
We want to get our name out there. And we just want people to, like, you know...
subscribe.
Yeah. And like us.
Yeah.
Hit the thumbs up.
Thumbs up, guys. Thank you so much to the Horror Addicts for having us back for the Oscars. And congratulations to The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs for winning Best Non-Fiction Horror TV Show of 2023. Thank you guys so much. Once again, I'm Kaylee.
I'm Rob.
Make sure you are subscribing to Horror Addicts on YouTube, and we will see you guys soon.
Thanks, guys, and thanks everybody, all the other presenters that were here tonight.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Awesome to do this with you guys, and out of all the horror channels, we are one of them.
So make sure you check us out.
Give it up for that horror couple. I love those guys. And of course, we all love The Last Drive-In. Yeah.
We're Mutant Fam.
Exactly. And so many of the horror community are Mutant fans, so it is hard to beat Joe Bob. I admit, it might not be the most fairest votes, but that's what people nominate, and that's what people voted on. You, the horror community, and we agree with you. Love Joe Bob. Love Darcy. And especially if you like Darcy, stick around. We're going to have some more of Darcy later. Whoa, thanks, Dino. Oh, wow. Wanted to say thanks, Gory and Danny, for putting on this every year. Spooky love to you both. Thank you, Dino. Dino's going to be here later tonight, too, because he fucking rocks. So, man. Little, you know. All right, so, where were we at? Okay, we did nonfiction. But what's also nonfiction usually is a documentary, right? And there's some really good horror documentaries out there, like really good ones. Ones about Killer Tomatoes even, that are just super awesome. So, why don't we...
I love that. It's like film school that anybody can have access to. You don't have to spend a ton of money. You can spend $5 a month, have Shudder, and get tons of great horror documentaries.
Exactly. Like Joe Lynch and Adam Green always say, like, you'll learn a lot in film school, sure, but you'll learn even more just, like, listening to the commentaries and learning documentaries and all that stuff that really shows you what happens behind the scenes for all these things. So, let's get some retrospective here on some great documentaries. Let's send it over to Horror Retrospective.
Hello, lovelies. Welcome to yet another Oscars, and I am bringing to you the best horror documentary of 2023. The nominees are Living with Chucky by Kyra Elise Gardner, Dario Argento, Panico by Simone Scafidi, Sharksploitation by Steven Scarlatta, The Devil on Trial by Chris Holt, The Unbinding by Carl Pfeiffer, Monster Inside, America's Most Haunted House by Andrew Rezzi, and Screaming Soup presents The Attack of the Killer Tomatoes Retrospective by Dan Fowler. And the winner is Living with Chucky by Kyra Elise Gardner. Congratulations to the winner, and of course, to those of you who are familiar, you can check me out on Horror Retrospective. I generally stream every Saturday and we hold film discussions, and I hope to see and meet new faces. But that is all we have for you tonight, and I will talk to you later.
Thank you so much, Horror Retrospective. That is awesome. Yes, those are some great documentaries that everyone should go check out. Big win to Chucky here.
And Horror Retrospective. I've been a fan of that channel for a long time.
Yes, and go check out her channel because, like she said, she has some really good horror discussions on there. It's worth checking out. And yeah, on YouTube you can watch that Killer Tomatoes retrospective done by Dead West, who's in the audience here. And I'm a little partial to that, but what can I say? I love Killer Tomato movies.
Don't we all?
Oh, nice. This looks like Dino's gifted 5 Horror Addicts memberships.
Oh, the gift of horror.
Yeah, appreciate it, Dino,
it's
man.
The gift that keeps giving.
Dino is just like the man who keeps giving, that's for sure. All right, well, it's about time, That's enough TV for here, I guess. Let's find our way to the movies. That's what we're here for, right? To see which movies won some awards. I wonder what movies we'll find. What movies will be found. What found footage we will come across. I'm going to need some drink. We've got a little bit of the bubbly here. It's, some champagnes. We got a couple champagnes. I don't know what ones they are specifically.
The cheap ones at Safeway.
But let's send it over to Cheers to Fears.
All right, we've got 2 weeks to make our Oscars nominations for the best found footage horror films. Do you have any suggestions?
I mean, what if we record in a found footage like style? Stick with the theme.
Yeah, that might be cool.
We could try it out.
Yeah.
Let's just switch this. I guess I'll start with it. How do we do this? I think it's missing something. Okay. Yeah, that'll be good. All right. This should be good. 3, 2, 1. All right. Hey, guys. We're here to present to you the
Yep, this looks shitty. I'm stopping it
What?
there. Yep.
It's found footage. It's supposed to look bad.
It's just shaky as fuck, man. Okay, we're gonna try it.
Okay, fine. You try then.
Okay. Okay. Yep. I think this is looking pretty good. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just read the nominations then.
Yeah, go ahead. Try it.
Okay. First nomination for the Oscars.
No, stop. This looks awful. You're right. I think we need to try something different. Do you have any other ideas?
Well, how about we go to your barn in the dark woods and we try to figure something out from there?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, actually. Go outside in the dark, cover up this shitty quality. We'll be able to hide some of our messiness.
Yeah.
All right, let's go out to the barn. Jesus Christ, it's so dark out. I can't see anything.
I think it'll be fine.
Not to mention, it's freezing out here.
Right here seems about like a good spot. Why don't you just start recording the nominees and we'll just go back and forth.
Yeah, makes sense. Should we at least have a little bit of light, though? We can't see shit.
I mean, we could, but the darker the better. We don't really have good lighting as it is, so, I mean, it's not like we're professionals. And besides, that's kind of what you get from found footage movies.
True, I guess you might be right about that. Found footage, less is more. Anyways, I guess I'll just start reading the nominations. So the first nominee is hashtag...
wait, do you hear that?
Oh, yeah, that's just my wolf. He lives in the woods. He's trained to attack intruders. It's just a safety precaution we have being out here in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he doesn't know me. Is that going to be an issue?
I don't think that'll be an issue. As long as you're with me, like, he knows me. He's not going to attack me, so if you're with me, he'll be fine.
Okay, well, if you say so, let's carry on, I guess.
Okay, I'll start over. Hey guys, we hope you're enjoying the Oscars so far. I know we are. We're here to present the award for the Best Found Footage Film of 2023. The first nomination is...
You know what? I don't think this is really working either. This wolf's kind of freaking me out, and I'm pretty sure it's getting closer. Plus, it's freezing out here. I don't think the darkness is really working the way we hope, so let's just cut our losses and go back inside. Let's record the usual way. It's fine. I don't even know why we decided to record out here in minus 30 weather, so that was just kind of on us for being stupid.
Okay, fine. I guess let's just go back inside. I was kind of hoping to do something unique, but whatever. Let's make a drink and read the nominees, I guess.
Yeah, I think it'll be better anyways. But you remind me, actually, I forgot my alcohol in the car. I'm gonna run over there and grab it.
Alright, I'll go start setting up.
Okay, I'll be right behind you.
I can't! He isn't trained to back off. That defeats the entire purpose.
What the hell did you do when you got hurt? Help! Get it off! Help!
Well, due to unforeseen circumstances, we decided that it might just be best to do a recording as usual, like our usual ways. But yeah. Man, are you sure you're okay to do this?
I don't care. Let's get this over and done with. We're running out of time. Just read the first nomination.
Jeez, calm down. Anyways, I guess here are the nominees for the Best Found Footage Film of 2023. The first nominee in this category is hashtag Chad Gets the Axe.
What part of the Devil's Manor do y'all want to see next?
Holy shit. Dude, that's a body. To get the 400,000 views, Spicy Hat goes on the dead body.
That wasn't real, right?
The next nominee for the Best Found Footage Movie of 2023 is The Outwaters.
I'm so worried about you and your brother. I haven't heard from you guys in days. I don't really stand free.
What was this?
911, what are you reporting?
Our next nominee, which is a sequel, is VHS 85.
Just tell us where you got these videotapes from. Just tell us what they are. We bought a video recorder. And that's when I had the first nightmare.
I don't think that you know what you're dealing with.
Following that up is the movie Landlocked.
Okay, here we go.
The next nomination on our list is Horror in the High Desert 2, Minerva.
September 28th of 2018, another string of tragedies occurred in the high desert of northeastern Nevada.
Talking about how weird it would be to live out there.
And I had to ask myself, is this connected with Gary Hinge?
And the final nominee for this category is Hell House LLC Origins, The Carmichael
Manor is home to a grisly murder that occurred right upstairs from where I stand.
Arthur and Patrick Carmichael have been missing for the last 30 years.
Don't stop filming.
And the winner of 2023's Best Found Footage Film goes to VHS 85.
Congratulations to VHS 85 and all of the directors involved.
Yeah, agreed. Now, should we get you to a hospital?
Yep, let's go. Well, thank God healthcare is free in Canada.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers! Great
Cheers!
job, guys. Awesome. I can't believe you got mauled by a wolf for us. I appreciate that.
Canada's the best. They're just wolves running around.
Yeah, it's all dark and cold, though. But at least they got all that alcohol to keep them warm. So those guys are awesome. Go check out Cheers to Fears. Highly recommend their channel. And honestly, they do like cool little cocktails and stuff for different movies. I'm not a big fan of watching shorts on YouTube myself, but they make some really good ones, so check it out. And cheers. Also, cheers to VHS. It's a franchise that proves that it does pretty good when it comes to the found footage market. Oh, hell yeah, the horror couple. Thank you.
That horror couple.
Thank you guys so much for having us. Thank you also for the other presenters and all the kind words in the chat. You guys rock. Much love and much horror community. Yes, I love this about this. The horror community is why we love to do this every year. And it's kind of like show and tell. We all get to like work on projects and show off our cool projects like for it. Yeah. And pay homage to the movies that we love. It's not just about, you know, what was the best movie. It is about that a little bit, obviously, but it's also about, like, showing movies that were really good that you might have missed, and then you'll get to, like, find them through watching this. You'll also, like, maybe you tuned in for some of the really awesome big channels that do this for us out of the kindness of their heart, and then you find, like, this movie, like, channel that you didn't know about, but now you saw how great their video was, and you're gonna go subscribe to them.
Yeah, new movies, new books, new games, new channels.
Yeah, so, to horror.
It's kind of like Prom if it was about blood and killing and stuff.
Yeah, which, to me, that's kind of what Prom was about. But, anyways, found footage is not an easy subgenre to do. It's really hard. It can look really bad. And I mean, honestly, just making a movie is hard to do. Making a horror movie is hard to do. And unfortunately, for this next batch of movies, they just didn't quite hit the mark for at least most people. I know horror is subjectical, and honestly, I personally...
Subjectical? It's a word now. It's a word.
I made it a word. All right. But my point is, I love to watch some bad horror movies sometimes. I do. Like, I acknowledge maybe they're bad horror movies, but I still like watching them. So, anyways, now that I've confused you all, I'm going to send you over to Confused Reviews, and he's going to tell us what the worst horror movie of 2023 was.
He's the master of the subjecticals.
He is.
Hello, you hellish hooligans. Confused Reviews here, once again, locking in on the Oscars. 2023 spilled a ton of new blood, but as we all know, nothing is truly new, and aside from a few outstanding outliers, it was a ton of demonic detritus snipped from cinema's sweaty, unwiped ass. Oof. These are the worst horror movies of 2023. Pet Sematary Bloodlines. When you start nabbing subtitles from the Hellraiser movie where Pinhead goes to space, that's the indicator that with certain movies, sometimes,
dead is better.
It fucking sucks. Children of the Corn. As thrilling as being beaten to death with an ear of the yellow stuff, I wanted my head to explode like a kernel of corn watching them turn the cosmically creepy He Who Walks Behind the Rose into a giant CGI corn monster. We're 11 movies in.
The kids will be in a space sequel before we know it.
Snowfalls. Got insomnia? This dragging dookie will fix that before the first act is over. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. A perfect contender for a drunken, bad movie night, 95% of this lives up to this word in the title. But the way discourse around this movie has been so far, you'd think it was just 90 minutes of Chris Robin getting sodomized by his childhood pals. Let's just hope the sequel from these British bonkers is a little more inspired, Gov. John Lennon and bad teeth. Cocaine Shark. I yearn for a year where the most vile, pointless, despicable, soul-sucking shitsicle of an entry on this list isn't a cheap cash-in of another popular movie blended to puree alongside my favorite subgenre. Shark movies. Fear. Another COVID casualty that still hadn't released, and it might have been for the best, as it's just a boring go at an airborne virus story. So poorly directed, it distracted me from the fact that it starred T.I., Sierra from Shameless, and King Batch of all people.
Only a spoonful!
I'd rather do whippets of Scarecrow's fear toxin than pop this one on again. The Exorcist Believer. The umpteenth pathetic possession pile of Pazuzu, so forgettable, it wasn't even nominated. I added it because this thing is a fucking embarrassment and Universal should be fucking ashamed.
Down.
And the winner is... Who won then? Oof. These sticky shits didn't have to fill this with honey, damn it. With the second and subsequent cinematic universe, what the fuck? Coming off the heels of the horrific nut kick to Pooh's plunge into the public domain, all I can do is hope Tigger does a cool kill scene with him hopping onto a topless chick in the next one. Be excellent, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Back to the Addicts.
Thank you, Confused Reviews.
Sometimes he, he poops on the movie so we don't have to. Poo was easy to poo on.
It seems like you don't want to have to do a lot of stuff.
I do a lot of stuff, though, and so do you. We both do a lot of stuff, and we know.
Well, I read the books so you don't have to. He watches the bad movies so you don't have to.
I watched plenty of bad movies. Cocaine Sharks was my nominee, because I don't even think it was originally going to be called Cocaine Shark, but...
There's going to be another Winnie the Pooh movie, so I think we already have an idea about next year's nominees.
Yeah, there's going to be some poo hitting the fan.
And probably some Night Swimming Imaginary, too.
Yeah, probably. Anyways, Winnie the Pooh, it was like bad fan fiction. But not all fan fiction's bad. In fact, actually, some fan movies do it better than, like, a lot of the actual franchise movies. I have to really...
Is this true?
So, speaking of that, let's see some really good ones that came out last year. The best fan movies of last year.
I have a feeling that one of our presenters is going to show up in these nominees.
Yeah. Two, long awaited. Though
those are scary.
Yes, I have to say they do it better than probably a lot of the Jason sequels. I love the Never Hike season. And Dylan's
and
Nightmare.
And the passion is there too. And I've supported a lot of these on Kickstarter. A lot of these movies, you know, they are created because, you know, we vote with our dollars. So check out Indiegogo. I think that's where I supported Dylan's Nightmare. I think Kickstarter I think Indiegogo was also for Never Hike Alone too. But yeah, check them out. You know, like you see a project that you're excited about. There's some I'm still waiting for, like Scythe, but like, you know, it's an investment.
And Vincent Desade he doubled down this year because not only was he a producer for Dylan's Nightmare, but he also, you know, produced and directed Never Hike Alone 2. So he was just bound to win. Some of those Resident Evil ones are actually pretty cool too. I would recommend checking them out. But the horror show did Dylan's Nightmare, and I think you're just getting started there. I want another one. Give us more.
That's one I supported, and I'm really excited for my Blu-ray. They just released the commentary, and that's the other fun thing about supporting films on Indiegogo and Kickstarter and those kind of crowdfunding things is you see it from the initial inception when they release like a trailer or just announce the idea to like getting a physical copy of the movie in your hands, or you know, getting to see a screener online. So it's almost like you're a part of the film. Exactly. In fact, if you go look in our description, like scroll down past the presenters, there is an Indiegogo Kickstarter program for a movie that we're going to talk about later tonight. But just wait a little bit on that. But go ahead and check it out if you want to help out a indie movie get made. And so there you go. Best fanfic movie. Thank you, Jason Omegle, by the way, who did that for it. Always does a great job. How much does it make you feel old that we've been friends with some of these people, like Jason Takes Omegle, for almost a decade? Yeah, like since the beginning. It feels like it's not been that long, but it's been almost a decade. And he's been helping us out for a really long time on this. Screaming Soup as well. We've them and Brian Barnes. I don't know if he's watching. But honestly, those two, especially Screaming Soup and Brian Barnes, they're the reasons why the Oscars are the way the Oscars are. Obviously, my wife is a huge help, but, you know, I got to actually realize my dream, and it's even better than I kind of even imagined. And it's all because of all these great presenters and some of the great friends that we've made early on in, like, YouTube, and then stayed friends with so long after. So, I was a fan of those films. Those were great fan films. Know what else I'm a fan of? Well, look at my wife, and you might know. I'm a fan of hot people. Me too! Hot people have fans. They have, like, whole fan bases. They have, like... And sometimes hot people, like the Boulay brothers, have actual literal fans? Yeah, and, like, you know, they appreciate only their fans. Or their only fans. Or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, let's send it over to Random Horror and find out who was the best female horror hottie of last year. So glad we're not online right now, but I'm so excited for your OnlyFans where you sit on cakes. Yeah, I'm going to sit on cakes. Well, Danny with an eye is going to sit on cakes. But yeah, she's going to sit on cakes.
Hello. Oh, why, hello there, and welcome. So, it's another year at the Oscars with the Horror Addicts, and of course, we have our lovely guests announcing awards. So, I am Dr. Phileas Frico, and I am here representing Random Horror this year at the Oscars. So, we are giving the award for Best Female Horror Hottie. But before we get through our winner, we must first go through our nominees. So let's go, shall we, and less chin-wagging. So, our first nominee is Mia Goth from Infinity Pool.
Yeah! Jamesy!
Heather Graham, Suitable Flesh.
I feel better. I feel like a new woman.
Alexander Daddario, Mayfair Witches.
Don't you?
Jenna Ortega, Scream 6.
I'm sorry I punched you. No, you're not. I'm not.
Samara Weaving, also Scream 6. Roz Hernandez, Living for the Dead.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of nice.
And Diana Prince, aka Darcy the Mail Girl from The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs.
And I have mail.
Really?
Yeah.
Anything from Warsaw?
No. It's from Cameron Lucy of Holly Springs, North Carolina.
You are...
What a wonderful selection there. So, before we reveal our winner, just know that all these young fine ladies gave it their all, and in my opinion, are all hotties. But with this being an award, there can only be one winner. So, best of luck. The results have been counted and verified, and I have it right here in this piece of paper. So, the award for Best Female Horror Hottie at this year's R Scares is... Look at that. It is, of course, Darcy the Mail Girl from The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs. So, congratulations to her, and commiserations to the rest. Like I said, you gave it your all, and that's the main thing. So, I guess we're done here. So, on behalf of Random Ross and everyone at Random Horror, I would like to thank the Horror Addicts for having us again this year, announce another award for the R Scares. I have been Dr. Freako, and yes, this has been the award for Best Female Horror Hottie. So, I shall leave you there, and enjoy the rest of the show. So, until next time, don't have nightmares.
I think we get a different Random Ross character every year, and that is one of the many reasons I love that channel.
Yeah, Dr. Freako, great job. Very classy as you're talking about these very beautiful women. Appreciate it. Congratulations to Darcy, who's almost been undefeated in this category. I think the one time she lost was to Elvira when Elvira came back. But I mean, come on, it's Elvira.
Won twice before now, so this is her third. We should make it fancy like the Oscars, Danny. Talk about how many consecutive wins they got. How many times they've been nominated.
Yeah, this is...
What's this voice? Let's not ask about it.
She always kicks some ass, that's for sure. And
I will also say I have seen both, well, you mentioned Elvira, and Darcy the Mail Girl in person, and it's kind of surreal that she looks that good in person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's kind of insane.
Very beautiful, both of them. And
I don't look anything like this in person. I'm actually just this giant glob of slime stuff.
She lies. She's very gorgeous. She puts the gory in gorgeous. And, hold on. Getting a message. Alright. It's Mistress Harley, so I gotta, message her back.
What?
Apparently,
you have the coolest friends.
They're apparently in the building. They're waiting to go on, but Mistress Harley wants some information from me real quick. Okay, working with dominatrixes is easy as long as you're very compliant.
Wait, what dominatrix is?
Mrs. Harley, she's a fendom. Alright, so that means it's time to
I'll allow Mistress Harley, but, you're walking some thin ice there, Nightmare.
Hey, it's all professional, I swear. And her and Darcy are ready.
I'm the only one who gets to beat you up.
Because they are awesome. And if they have, I don't know if you know this about Darcy, but she's also on the Awesome podcast where they talk about AEW. And it's apparently the only wrestling podcast that Chris Jericho endorses. He even says it on their little opening video. So
he has a great podcast too.
Let's not keep Mistress Harley waiting. Let's send it over there real quick.
I am Mistress Harley, and I am here with Darcy the Mail Girl, representing the Awesome Podcast. What category are we presenting, Darcy?
I believe you said male horror hottie?
Yes, best male horror hottie.
Oh, everyone's a hottie, though.
Yeah,
Everybody
it's true.
wins. The nominees are...
Sinquat Walls from The Blackening.
Oh, I love the blackening.
Ooh, it's a good one.
It
I
is.
think you might know Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead as Daryl Dixon.
That's a good one.
Very good. Cooper Kosh from Swallow.
I know.
Jonas Bloquet from The Nun 2. Nuns are always spooky.
Was he a nun? I don't think so.
Not The Nun, no. Nicholas Hoult from Renfield.
Oh, I love him. He's adorable.
He was so cute. Pedro Pascal from The Last of Us.
Nothing against him. I'm just. No.
Do you love dad energy? Do you love dad energy?
Him. I didn't love The Last of Us.
But what about our final nominee, Joe Bob Briggs from
Shut
The
up.
Last Drive-In with Joe
Winner.
Bob Briggs?
Winner. All-time perma hottie. And the winner is?
Nicholas Hoult from Renfield.
Yay, Nicholas.
Yay! Congratulations! You're so cute! Now, lastly, I've been authorized by the Horror Addicts TV award board system to tell you that you, Darcy, you have won the Best Female Horror Hottie.
Shut up.
Yes, you have!
And I'm accepting in Sting makeup. That's awesome. Does it get
That's
hotter than
right.
that, baby? Woo!
Yes!
Sweet. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you, Mistress, for especially thanks for telling Darcy while she's in Sting makeup. She was in Sting makeup because she went and saw his last match.
I know. Darcy loves her. Actually, a lot of horror fans love wrestling. It's one of those things that kind of goes together.
And that's why I really recommend checking out the Awesome Pod if you haven't yet, because they really talk about it. And plus, you get Darcy and Mr. Harley. Mr. Harley. Mr. Harley, right?
A couple of our good friends are in the chat.
Oh, Hightower Digital Media, thank you so much for the super chat. You both look so great. Always fun to watch.
That actually reminds me of something I want to tell you guys that's really exciting is one half of, both half, the whole family of Hightower Digital Media was in Danny's first film, The Orchard Man, that I also worked on too. Danny worked so hard on this, guys. It was so much fun. It makes you understand how hard it is to make a movie, but Danny worked so hard on this, and he's submitted it to a lot of festivals, and I know he's going to premiere it soon, online for you guys to see sometime this year. So I'm really excited for you guys to see that because it's definitely, since I've known my husband, he's wanted to be a filmmaker, and now he is.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, once I kind of do the festival rounds or whatever, I'll put it here free to watch on YouTube. My wife's also in that movie, and she's killer in it. So
people keep putting me in movies, and I can't act.
Yeah, I was a zombie in a nun movie with you, remember?
I was in 2 movies last year, and I wore the same outfit in both.
Yeah, one of them you were a nun, and I was a zombie that the nuns ate. It was weird. Nuns
Good
eating
times.
zombies. It was cool. I liked it. Brandon Bedlam. She puts the gore in gorgeous. Yes, she does.
Brandon is honestly true blue. Like, Brandon is ride or die. He's been following my channel and your channel for so long and so supportive. Thank you, Brandon.
Right about my wife. He was right about all of the people in the last 2 categories. They were all sexy beasts. All of them. So, appreciate that. Don't tell
Look
Darcy.
at you in your little hat.
Don't tell Darcy, though, that The Last of Us won an award tonight, too, because she didn't sound like she was a big fan of the show anyways. But
Also, fun fact, Danny borrowed this hat from me. I used to wear it for drag shows. My drag name was Sunny Boner. We're learning things together today.
all right, well, so what's hotter than that? I mean, that was really hot, right? What's hotter than hot people? For me, animated hot people. Okay, maybe it's just me? All right.
Stop making me watch the weird Simpsons porn.
What? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
But let's send it to the 2 hottest animated people that we know, the hottest people in the Wastelands. Let's send it over to Screaming Soup as they tell us about the best animation.
Yeah, he's hot. He'll give you a boner.
Yeah.
Broadcasting dead from the Crosslands to present the Oscars Award for Best Horror Animation. Please welcome Screaming Soup's animated horror hosts, Dead West and Mandy.
Well, howdy there, Screen Freaks. We're honored to be presenting the award for Best Animated Horror here again at the Oscars.
That's right, DW. You could say we're drawn to this kind of stuff.
As the web's #1 animated horror host show featuring sci-fi and rodeos worth of monsters in the wild weird west, we know better than anyone how much time and energy it takes to create a world from scratch with nothing but a pen and paper.
So true. The progress of an animator can be a maddening crawl at times, but the minutes of magic those hours of hard work produce is unlike any other as creators' imaginations become a reality on screen for all to enjoy. With that said, we're proud to recognize the following nominees of 2023 for their outstanding stab at animated horror.
It's an all-out splatterfest for supremacy of the Force between Care Bear wannabes and dickish unicorns in Unicorn Wars.
Making the leap from game consoles to the silver screen, a baby-faced creature must save her octopus papa from a mad scientist's wacko experiments in Scary Girl.
Alcatraz becomes ground zero for the latest threat of the T-Virus, and Jill Valentine's on the job to stop all walks of Booger Beast once again in Resident Evil Death Island.
The Belmont's crusade against bloodsuckers takes them into the heart of the French Revolution to stop the rise of a vampire messiah, and there's hell to pay in Castlevania Nocturne.
Batman and his Rogues Gallery are reimagined with an H.P. Lovecraft spin as the end of days approach with unspeakable horrors in Batman: The Doom That Came to Gotham.
And the winner is...
Batman: The Doom That Came to Gotham! Anyone here to accept the award?
And there you have it.
See you later, Screen Freaks!
Bad Billy!
Oh, Billy! I swear, if we had an award for cutest, he would win every year. He has my heart.
And I love it. He's showing off those awesome bat skills. He deserved that award. And the Batman, the Doom That Came to Gotham is actually really good. He doesn't pull any punches too. Like, you think characters are safe just because they're like Robin or somebody else that's really important? No, they're gonna die horribly.
I voted for Unicorn Wars. Oh. That movie was so bizarre. It was all like Care Bears, and then it dropped Bear Dong. Bear Dong!
What did I tell you? Isn't that hot?
Give it your money.
Hot animated people, I'm telling you. I'm just kidding.
Now I think I sound like I'm strange for being interested in Bear Dong. You know what? Just move on to the next award.
No. I want to talk about that Resident Evil movie. That was really good, too. That was actually probably the best animated Resident Evil movie I've seen on here because it has all the main characters that I care about as the characters you watch. So... we like that as well.
And my favorite animated show for the longest time has been Screaming Soup. And Screaming Soup, like seriously, we just got off horror hotties and animation. Screaming Soup will give you that uncensored, boobage and nudity. So you want to see a little bit of buttage? You want to see a little bit of boobage? You want some like heavy metal action like Metalocalypse? You want, all the horror reviews and a cute goat? Screaming Soup, man.
I also, voice a couple characters on that awesome show, so,
I'm a little partial to that dragon.
Yeah, Rebel Devil, he's really great. Anyways.
Sexy voice.
Whoa, we got a donation from 1014 Productions, a.k.a. Queen Cujo. Appreciate it.
Queen Cujo.
This is amazing. Thank you, Horror Addicts, for doing this. Well, thank you. I mean, we're glad that you're going to be nominating or presenting later tonight as well. So, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank all of you. And you're all doing such a great job. We're only like... I don't even think we're exactly even halfway through. But
I just realized we're like halfway through, and I didn't update the stream to say 7th annual Oscars.
Yeah.
Because it's live, baby!
That's a lie. maybe we'll fix it.
Maybe it'll get fixed during the next video.
Yeah, maybe. So, cartoons, they're not just hot. They are. By the way, Mandy, Dead West, you looked amazing, like every year. But, cartoons also make me laugh.
I don't know. I feel like Mandy's dress, you could see right through that thing.
Yeah, well, it's very form-fitting, and she's got quite the form, so...
She does indeed.
I have to say, I like cartoons because they usually make me laugh. There's a few of the emotions they get. And, but there's other things in the world that make me laugh. And Well, that would be comic reliefs. And I think there's definitely somebody out there that knows a lot about comic reliefs. Let's not mess around. Let's roll the dice. Let's get it for sure. Dice, tell us about the best comic relief of last year.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting you later on. But as long as you're here, I guess we can go ahead and do the segment. If there's anything I know, it's how to make people laugh. Many people will tell you that horror and comedy are a lot alike. Two sides of the same coin, if you will. And I wholeheartedly agree. After all, how can you ramp up the scares in a horror movie better than with some fun? A great way to do that is to throw in a comic relief character. And now we're going to show some appreciation for some recent standouts in this category. The nominees, as voted on by you, are Margot Martindale as Ranger Liz in Cocaine Bear, Martin Starr as Bill Nordheim in There's Something in the Barn, Danny DeVito as Bruce Davis in Haunted Mansion, Jaime Vidal as El Conde in El Conde, Jasmine Savoy Brown as Mindy in Scream 6, Ben Schwartz as Tedward in Renfield, and Ex Mayo as Shanika in The Blackening. And the winner of Best Comic Relief Character in a Horror Movie in 2023 is... Ben Schwartz in Renfield. Congratulations to Mr. Schwartz. I, for one, had a fun time with the film, and he did an excellent job. Thank you to everyone who voted and the Horror Addicts for inviting me on as a presenter once again. See you later.
So many of our presenters take so much time out of their personal lives to make these presentations for us.
Sorry, we were a little early there, Dice.
There are bodies to hide, people to kill, but they still present for you guys because they love this community.
I mean, we're just making up some pretty good time because I know we started a little late, but yeah, sorry to catch you all a little off guard there, Dice. Hope you clean up nicely there, and thanks.
Dice does clean up nicely.
Well, yeah, Dice definitely
Dice
cleans
is
up
the best, and Dice is hilarious.
Yes.
And criminally, now I'm making up words. Criminally undersubbed. So do check out their channel.
Definitely go sub Dice Rollen. And congratulations, Ben Schwartz. He's
Ben Schwartz
killing it as a little blue hedgehog lately, but also
he definitely has the Schwartz.
Showed up to make Renfield a little extra hilarious, which it was already pretty hilarious. There's a lot of people that are funny in that movie, and he's standing out as extra funny. So there you go. Well deserved. And it's not just the pretty funny that the person, the one, but sometimes the movie is funny. Like sometimes that's the whole point.
Wait, the funny movies too?
Yeah, I mean sometimes.
What are you talking about, Danny? We only watch the bloody, scary movies.
I'm just saying, the comic relief can be in a serious movie and help relieve some of that tension. That's good, but sometimes the movie is supposed to be just funny, like the whole movie. That's the point. It's supposed to be a great comedy horror. So it's I don't know, when you look in the bottom of a dumpster.
So the whole movie is like a relief, it's like a spa day.
Yeah, you're just there to you laugh. How dare you make me laugh? I hate laughing. No, I love laughing.
I love laughing. It's my favorite.
Exactly.
So is smiling.
And sometimes when I need to laugh, I just look into a dumpster because there's really some funny shit in some people's dumpsters sometimes.
Wait, what?
And I'm talking about two specific people.
This is why you dispose of the bodies.
I have to dispose of all the bodies, and there's a lot of bodies.
I don't have time
you
for
and
that.
Laws
I don't
leave
deal
a lot
with
of bodies
dumpsters.
for me to dispose of. Anyways, yeah, and I always put them in funny positions. It's funny to look into dumpsters, is all I'm saying. And I'm talking about two specific people, and no, I'm not talking about Frank and Charlie from It's Always Sunny. I am talking about Joe and Sean from the movie Dumpster.
Oh, I love those guys.
And they're here, thankfully, to tell us what was the funniest movie of last year.
Hey, Horror Addicts, I'm Joe. And I'm Sean. And we're the dastardly duo from the Movie Dumpster Podcast,
a movie review show where we rummage through cinema's garbage to find hidden gems,
out there oddities,
and everything in between.
And today we're presenting the Scares Award for Funniest Horror Movie of 2023.
Here are your nominees.
First up, we got Cocaine Bear, directed by Elizabeth Banks.
The Blackening, directed by Tim Story.
El Conde, directed by Pablo Lorraine.
Slaughterhouse, directed by Matthew Goodhue.
Totally Killer, directed by Ninotchka Khan. There's Something in the Barn, directed by Magnus Martins. And last but not least, Bad CGI Gator, directed by Danny Draven. And the Scares Award for Funniest Horror Movie of 2023 goes to Cocaine Bear. This was a super fun, big-budget B-movie that we thought needed to be made. And if you want to hear our full thoughts, check out our review over on our YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts. We'll see you in the dumpster.
Yes, there is some benefit to dumpster diving.
Yeah, I'll see them in the dumpster, right? I love those guys. Thank you so much for presenting that. And hell yeah, Cocaine Bear. That movie was hilarious.
That was so much fun.
It had some hilarious deaths in it too. Like, they were just really funny. Like, and it's kind of weird to morbidly to say, but some death scenes make me laugh because they're hilarious. They are really good.
In the 80s, Cocaine Bear was Stephen King.
Yeah, he was. He was Cocaine Bear. He didn't.
See, we give you a little bit of history here too.
Didn't even remember writing Cujo because that's how Cocaine Beared he was. But you know what? There's, like I said, some good deaths in Cocaine Bear. There's that's what a good death can do. It can either make you laugh, or make you cry, or make you sad, or shock you, scare you. Deaths are very important in horror movies.
Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. But in a horror movie, good deaths are very important. So I think we're gonna have to discuss which was the best death of last year. And Dino from
Our Neighbor. Oh, in a movie.
No, in the movies.
Sorry.
In the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. And Dino is not, sadly, our neighbor, because that'd be cool if he was, but Dino from the Late Late Horror Show is here to tell us which one was the best death of last year.
We'd go through fewer neighbors if he was our neighbor.
Yeah, we wouldn't hurt Dino. Dino's great.
Hey everybody, I'm Dino from the Late Late Horror Show, and thank you once again, Danny and Gory, for allowing me to come on this year. Sadly, this will be the last year I will probably be doing this. I just want to thank Danny and Gory. Listen, usually I have Danny Devil dying and coming back to life and everything else. I killed Elise last year. I usually do these elaborate kind of videos for the because it's fun. And I would suggest everybody to just have fun, be creative, and just, yeah. But Danny and Gory, the Horror Addicts and Gory B Movie, I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart for including me over all these years. I've known them for 8 years since I've been on YouTube. And they've always included me over these years, these past few. And I've really appreciated that. They've always reached out to me. They've always participated, and I really think that goes to show how good of people they are. They are just fantastic. I can't say enough about the Horror Addicts and their channel and how much hard work they put in to doing this. I mean, this is hard work. But anyways, I'm keeping it short and sweet, and I'm going to move on. Nothing elaborate this year, but I will go on with the best death scene of 2023. The nominees are A Mouthful of Wrath from Wrath of Becky. Or Dinners in the Oven from Thanksgiving. Could it be Mowed Over from There's Something in the Barn? Quite possibly could be. No. What a Drag from Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear. One Hail Mary from The Nun 2. and a splitting headache from when evil lurks. Now, the winner is now served. And it is dinner from Thanksgiving.
Dinner is served.
Best death scene of 2023. Once again, thank you, Danny and Gory. And thank you, everybody, for allowing these two people to continue to put this on, and all of you that contribute. It's a wonderful thing. I'll be watching. Peace.
Well, you know, the door's always open if you change your mind, because we get it. Sometimes you just want to let other people, like, shine, and we appreciate that about you, but you're always welcome here, and you know that. And Thanksgiving, oh, now I'm hungry.
I know, right? They got the skin just perfect on that.
Yeah. So, those were some great deaths. Really good ones from the Late Late Horror Show, who's also great. Go check him out. He does such great radio shows. Like, you can listen to old-timey, like, mysteries and murders and scary, spooky stuff. It's just all, like, lots of good stuff to listen to. Like, I'll play it at the shop a lot of the times just because it's great, like, background noise to kind of, like, listen to while you're doing stuff. So, go check out Dino and the Late Late Horror Show. But what do those deaths all have in common? Well, blood, and, you know, people died. But effects. They all took great effects to make those deaths look so good.
And they had an effect on us and the amount of creativity we have.
Exactly.
Movies don't create serial killers. Movies make serial killers more creative.
When they're effective.
Exactly.
That's for sure. So, why don't we find out who had the best effects?
Hello everybody, my name is Queen and I am a Texas independent director and special effects makeup artist for 1014 Productions. I'm here to present best effects in practical CGI and makeup in 2023. So our nominees are Talk to Me.
Talk to me.
When Evil Lurks. Godzilla -1. Evil Dead Rise. Megan. The Wrath of Becky. And the winner is Evil Dead Rise. Woo! All right, thank you. Ciao.
Good job, Queen Kojo. We love you. That's great. Go check out 1014 Productions. She was like just perfect for this too, because she is a effects artist, makeup artist, and she does a great job. So I thought she, being a high authority of this, would be a great person to represent this and present it, and she did just that. Well, you know, that's effects for you, right? You see some really good visuals, you're wowed. Like, it could be makeup, it could be practical, it could be CGI. I mean, sometimes a great movie has all three of those and does a really good job with all of them. But sometimes, you know, you need some, like, that's good effects for your eyes. You need some good effects for your ears, and what I guess I'm trying to say is...
A killing playlist.
Yeah, something like that. I'm just trying to say a score is like good effects for your ear holes. And who best to give us good stuff for our ear holes than Rainbow Fright, as she tells us which is the best score of last year.
Thanksgiving gave us good stuff for our ear holes when he put the corn cobs in.
Yeah, and it's good stuffing, because that's what you put in a turkey, right?
Welcome, fellow Stardust, to the 7th annual Oscars. My name is Rainbow Fright, and I will be presenting the award for Best Score in a Horror Film. Join me as I venture into the dark corners of soundtracks that'll make the hair on the back of your neck stand on end. Our first nominee is Infinity Pool by Tim Hecker. It's like a sonic plunge into the depths of your darkest fears, where the water is thick and your memories are distant. Next up, we have A Haunting in Venice by Ildur Gudanater, because nothing says Bella Notte like being serenaded by ghosts in the moonlight. Speaking of primal instincts, next we have Animal by Augustus Muller of Boy Harsher. It's like prowling through the jungle with synth beats and pulsating rhythm, where the music is the predator and you are the prey. And last, but certainly not least, is Godzilla -1 by Naoki Soto. Because let's face it, there's nothing quite as electrifying as the roar of a giant lizard, with a killer soundtrack to match. And the winner is Godzilla -1 by Naoki Soto. Congratulations, Naoki, for unleashing your monstrous melodies upon us. And to all of our other nominees, keep haunting our dreams with your devilish tunes. Enjoy the rest of the show, fellow Stardust. Peace.
Thank you, Rainbow Fright. That all sounded great.
I just wish she would read me bedtime stories every night.
Yeah, get a job being like an audio book reader, because I would buy all the books. Oh, she's very talented at that, and she's been killing it for us for a couple years now. Go check out Rainbow Fright. Give her some love. If you're not already subscribed to it, you need to. You need to go and watch her videos, but more importantly, listen to her videos. So, that's just great soundtracks too. Good job, Godzilla. You know, getting some awards here. Big old Godzilla lizard that we love. He's actually horror this year too.
I just want to say I'm still disappointed that we haven't actually just had Blue Oyster Cult's Godzilla in a Godzilla movie. Like, not a cover, not a remix. Just play them songs.
Yeah, just play the Blue Oyster Cult version. Like, why has that not been in a Godzilla movie yet? Wow. That's like would be a great soundtrack. Speaking of great soundtracks, that's obviously what is next, because a great score really sets the mood with that like ambient music, but then the soundtracks are like, hey, these are songs you love, and wouldn't it be cool to see this scene playing to a song you love or know? Well, let's send it over to Tracy from Scream Radio and Terror Records. She's very musical and she knows all about the industry, so I think it'd be great to send it over to her. She'll tell us what is the best soundtrack of last year.
Hey everyone, I am Tracy of Scream Radio, and I have the honor of presenting the award for the Best Horror Movie Soundtrack of 2023. The nominees for this award are Renfield, Totally Killer, Meg 2, The Trench, Nerdy Prudes Must Die, it's killing me. It's got me all out of rhythm in my melody. Five Nights at Freddy's, Scream 6, Slaughterhouse, you're gonna take our breath away. Hey, Alpha, and The Blackening.
Where are you going?
Look for the fuse box. What kind of house is this?
And the winner is, drum roll please, with a Totally Killer soundtrack. Totally Killer.
It's my dad.
Congratulations to you, and well deserved.
Thank you, Tracy. Yes, those were some killer soundtracks, all right.
Tracy is also a singer-songwriter.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I knew it was in good hands, that she would know exactly what a good song would be. So, thank you for presenting that, Tracy. go check out, like I said, Scream Radio and Terror Records. They both have YouTube channels, so she is multi-threat. All right, well.
So I'm adding that Alpha song to my murder playlist.
Hey, Alpha.
I mean, workout playlist.
Actually, I thought Slaughterhouse was actually pretty hilarious. Like, it's a PG-13 silly movie, but it was fun. Like, I love puppets, I love creatures like that, and
I love that Demi Lovato song from Scream 6.
And we both love a song that sings about the movie. Like,
That just gets my heart. It's my heart.
All right, so, but those soundtracks were very killer. But also, what is killer? Killers that are killer. And I think there's a dude who's always killing it. That is the Jony Horror Show. He can tell us who the best killer was of last year.
Oh God, is he gonna survive this year?
I don't know. He's like Kenny. He dies, but he comes back, and always better, always more killer.
So, for your money, who would you say is the scariest slasher?
That's a tough one. Gotta go with the Terminator, though.
Terminator's not really a slasher, is he?
The Terminator is absolutely a slasher.
Yeah, but like, a proper slasher slashes.
I'm pretty sure, some people get slashed in the Terminator.
Freddy Krueger. The correct answer is Freddy Krueger.
The T-800 kills more people in the goddamn police station sequence than Freddy does in the entire Nightmare franchise.
I can't even talk to you anymore.
Yeah, because I'm right.
You're not right, you're stupid.
Says the guy asking the stupid questions.
How's this for a stupid question? I've just shot you. Now, does that make me a slasher? No. It makes me a killer. Just like our nominees for this year's Scare Award for Best Killer.
Hospital.
Let's take Harvard Killer from Thanksgiving, The Widow from Slasher, and Chucky from the Chucky series. And the winner is the John Carver Killer from Thanksgiving.
You said John Carver Killer, but isn't he technically a slasher?
Shut up! Congrats to John Carver. You enjoy that crown while it lasts, because something tells me in 2024, Art the Clown is coming for your ass. I'm Jony Horror with the Jony Horror Show, wishing all of you crazy kids a happy evening, and please do enjoy the rest of the Scare Awards.
Now you're terminated.
I'm sad that he dies, but I love to watch him get killed.
I know, right? He does such a good job of dying and killing himself. He killed himself last year too, but this time there's two of him and they killed each other, but so he double killed himself. I don't know. It's great. Thank you, Jony. Really appreciate that. Congrats to the John Carver Killer. Really carving it up this year. Thanksgiving, getting some love here at the Oscars, it seems. And I'm glad we finally got Thanksgiving. It was like kind of a joke, and like we always wanted it for real for a long time.
Happened.
So there you go. And just it's nice to have some new blood in the slasher genre in general.
See Eli Roth back
in
the director chair too.
Exactly. I love Eli Roth, and he loves sharks, and I love sharks too. So
and he's a film historian.
He is, and you'll see a lot of him on like In Search of Darkness, which I believe
and History of Horror on Shudder.
Exactly. These are things you need to check out because he is great. But without a great killer, I mean, you need a great final girl, right? To combat said killer. I'm going to go ahead and send it over to my cousin, Internet Zing. She is the king, Natalie King, for who
Our
was...
cousin.
Exactly.
Our cousin.
Well, yeah, she's your cousin now, too. So there you go. Let's find out who the best final girl of 2023 was.
Hello, Detective Bailey. I've got one question for you.
Yeah? What's that?
Have you heard of the annual Scared Award show? It's an award show for horror films, like Best Horror Movie, Best Monster, or Best Hero in a horror film. You see, I'm a nominee for that show.
Stop fucking around and show yourself!
I'm nominated for Best Final Girl of 2023. This is someone that survived in a horror film. So you should ask yourself, officer, who's going to die tonight?
I would like to report to you about something that's going to happen tonight. Have you ever heard of the annual Scare Award show? It's real. Look, there's a category for Best Final Girl of 2023, and I think I'm gonna win. Do you know what today is? The annual Scare Awards show. It is an award show for horror films and serial killers, and did you know they also have a category for heroes?
I'm just gonna have to kill you.
You could. But I don't know if that's possible if I'm nominated for Best Final Girl of 2023. Let's start the fucking show.
Who gives a fuck about the Oscars? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the annual Scare Award show. I'm Ghostface, and tonight, we're diving into the blood-soaked world of horror films to honor the ultimate survivors, the Final Girls. I'm here to host for this category, Best Final Girl of 2023, in which you don't know, a female character that survived and defeated the villain of their horror film. 2 of these nominees that I almost killed were lucky enough to be nominated for this category. Especially Sam. She has some good killer instincts when it comes to hanging up on bad guys. They have dealt with bloody combat like Beth, who dealt with more gore than Carrie did. One of our final girls can even tell the future when a crime is about to happen. Like Back to the Future. I believe the message for that movie is, life is a box of chocolates. You never know when you're going to be killed or who the killer is. During the holidays, dashing through the snow in a one bloody open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, slashing all the way. Winnie knows how to snap an angel's wing. Using kitchen weapons to defeat aliens? Firing up the boogeyman? Unfortunately, not Michael Myers, but a different kind of boogeyman. And no, not even John Wick. No, not even him. Anyway, the moment we've all been waiting for. Knowing the winner of this category, Best Final Girl of 2023. Here are the nominees. Becky, The Wrath of Becky.
You're fucking dead.
Cool. Just one more thing, real quick. Your friend on the dock could use a hand.
Jamie Hughes, Totally Killer.
You shouldn't have messed with my family! Enjoy the ride.
Winnie Carruthers, It's a Wonderful Knife.
Mr. Waters?
Bryn, No One Will Save You. Beth, Evil Dead Rise.
You know, you really do look like Mom. And you're gonna fail miserably just like her. You stinking horrible groupie!
Sam Carpenter, Scream 6.
He was so pathetic.
That's not true.
Yeah, your son. He was a man baby who made his girlfriend do all the killing.
He was a strong, virile young man.
He was a limp dick little fuck who cried before I slit his throat.
Tara Carpenter, Scream 6.
I'm dying a fucking virgin.
Sadie Harper, The Boogeyman. Here it is. The winner for Best Final Girl of 2023 is How is this possible? I can't believe it. Out of all the nominees, it's Beth from Evil Dead Rise. Congratulations, Beth. You killed some monster ass for this award. Well, I guess that's all for this category. Oh, before we move on to the next category, there's one little thing I would like to show you.
It's me! Thank you. Don't worry, I'm not Ghostface, but I am the final girl, right? That's odd. Who's calling me? Hello?
Well, you decided to answer the phone while dressed up as Ghostface. How ironic.
Who is this?
Well, I'm the real Ghostface, of course.
Okay, what do you want from me?
Just want you to come backstage so I can kill you.
Really?
Really?
Okay then, I'll see you there and be prepared to be killed by me, because that's what's going to happen. Plus, I'm the final girl, right?
Wait, what? That's not what you're supposed to say.
Well, I shall go backstage to kill him, so... I'll let you guys head on to the next category. So, thank you for having me be part of this. I wish everyone a good night.
Don't let the boogeyman bite you.
It's like they always say, in front of every great killer is a great final girl.
All right, yeah, exactly.
And I gotta say, with that knife in her hand, I can definitely see the family resemblance.
Yeah, okay. She's a king. She's Natalie King. Go check out Internet Zing. She does great, awesome, reactions and all kinds of stuff. She covers a lot of movies. She does a lot of good stuff on there.
She loves movies.
Yes, she's a huge movie lad. And, I'm not the only YouTuber in the family, so there you go. Go check out Natalie and Internet Zing. I appreciate it, and also, I'm glad she's taking care of that Ghostface problem that we had, because earlier, before the show started, he was backstage threatening people, saying if he didn't win all these awards, he was going to start killing everyone.
Ghostfaces are like crabgrass. Once you get one, then you have like 50 of them.
Yeah, they sprout up everywhere. And thanks, Beth, awesome job, Beth, taking another groovy award home for the Evil Dead Rise. Bruce would be proud. And so there we go on that. But, final girls, they don't only get hunted by killers and slashers and all that kind of stuff. They get hunted by creatures sometimes. But
this one we know.
Yeah.
We live in the Pacific Northwest, and we have, Bigfoots and sparkly vampires in our backyard.
Exactly. And before we get to straight-up creatures, we're going to take some time out of the show to help out a creature, as you just name-dropped, Bigfoot. He could really use our help right now, so we're sending it over to Just Daggers. He's going to tell you all about it.
But first, what's scarier? Bigfoot stealing your Slim Jims, or sparkly vampire watching you sleep?
The vampire's creepier.
Let us know in the chat.
What's up, guys? I'm Just Daggers. You might know me as one half of Cannibal Video on YouTube. We put out weekly videos talking about good, bad, obscure movies, but I'm not here to plug our YouTube channel. I'm not even here, shockingly enough, to present a movie at the Oscars, the 7th annual Oscars. My God, can you believe we've already reached number 7? Fantastic. Gory, you look beautiful. Danny, thanks for having us. So we were going to present, but Danny gave us an opportunity. He knew we were in the middle of a campaign for our own movie. Hitler vs. Bigfoot is live on Kickstarter right now.
Hitler vs. Bigfoot, now on Kickstarter.
And we could definitely use the help of everybody watching. We need as many eyes on this as possible, and quite frankly, as much cash as you can spare. We are in an uphill battle here. Having Hitler in your title apparently is a big difficulty when it comes to algorithms. So if a movie called Hitler vs. Bigfoot piques your interest, please give it a check out. Watch the video, have a look at all those great tier rewards. If you're a fan of classic practical effect horror movies, creature features with a man in a suit, and tons of original music, check us out. Thank you very much. Thanks, Danny. Let's continue with these Oscars. And if we're lucky, hopefully by, let's say, maybe the 9th, we could be talking about Hitler vs. Bigfoot being up for an award. Thanks again.
So go support an indie horror movie. We really would appreciate it if you did. Cannibal Video, that's one half. Just Daggers. They're great guys. We've been on their show. They've been on here. They presented before. They're fun and imaginative people. And yeah, so what? The title might...
It's like we said before. When you contribute to a Kickstarter or a FundMe campaign for a movie, it's sort of like when you give money to your friend's kid who just graduated college, and then after they've done all the schooling and all the hard work and made a success of themselves, you can be like, yeah, I had a little piece of that. I helped them in a way.
Exactly.
So yeah, Hitler vs. Bigfoot. Be a part of that.
I hear it's got a killer soundtrack, speaking of that, because Hitler's actually the name of the band.
Who's your money on?
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Like I said, I'm supporting this because I support Bigfoot.
I mean, Bigfoot's a neighbor, so I can tell you. Bigfoot.
And just want to support the horror community in general. And I as someone that you mentioned, I make movies earlier, like, so I really want my friends who also want to make movies get their dream. And as you saw, Kevin Smith's even interested on this, and it's going to be a trauma film, so it's not like they're just making it completely in the blind. They're going to have Trauma's help. They just got to get this money raised to get it off the ground. So go check it out. I said the link is in the description. Just scroll past all the presenters, and there it is. Check out that video too, because they have like a big video that really talks about the movie.
Did you just say scroll past all the presenters? First, you finish the stream.
Exactly.
Then you subscribe to all the presenters.
Exactly.
All the presenters. Then you check out the movie. Where you deal with gory. You don't want to deal with gory.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worse than like Mormons showing up in your door. You just can't get rid of me.
Right. Anyways, support the horror community. Support indie horror. Support Hitler versus Bigfoot. Alright. I love that hairy bastard. And I love seeing him kill people. Even if it's just for a Slim Jim. I don't care. I love it when he's Jack Link's jerky.
I like it when he takes care of the solicitors that come to our door.
Mm-hmm. And I'm always down for a good Bigfoot movie. Especially when there's an actual Bigfoot in there ripping people apart.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, but there's other creatures that rip each other apart. And rip
Like what?
Like, there's the creature from the Black Lagoon. He's like my favorite of the Universal Monster movie. So there you go.
Or the creature from the Blue Lagoon.
Yeah.
That's Brooke Shields.
Yeah. So she's not up for an award this year though. That movie had a lot of bush. All right, so now let's send it over to Shark House Media, and he will tell us who was the best creature of last year.
Hey guys, Brian here from Shark House Entertainment, here to present to you the horror creature nominees for the year of 2023, as well as the winner of that award. What are the nominations, you may ask? Well, we have Alpha from Slaughterhouse, Megan from Megan, or well, Mithrigan, Godzilla from Godzilla -1, my personal favorite film of the year, Carl the Cupcake and the Fazbear Game from Five Nights at Freddy's, Sawtooth Jack from Dark Harvest, which was based on a book, Sarah from Cobweb, Halloween Jack and the Halloween Crew from The Barn Part 2, which was one of my favorite indie films of 2023 and a big anticipation for me, because I love the first one. Pablo Escobar from Cocaine Bear, which was a huge anticipation for me, and I enjoyed it. And The Goblins from Unwelcome. There are your nominees. Who is the winner? Well, it had to be Godzilla from Godzilla -1. Absolutely crushed, pun intended, box office records for Japan film, for Japanese or even foreign films as a whole. Great job, Godzilla. We love you. We always will. 50 years. No, I'm sorry. This just in. 70 years almost of great entertainment, and can't go wrong with Godzilla now. Godzilla is king of the monsters. And I absolutely loved the film, so definitely check it out when you get a chance to. It's not out on Blu-ray yet, and it just left theaters. Even the black and white version's out of theaters now. But when it comes to American home video, or wherever you are as home video, it's a necessity to see. Even if you're not a Godzilla fan, you'll love it. Back to you, Scare Awards hosts.
There was some great deep cuts in there. The Barn 2 had Joe Bob and Darcy in it, and we loved Cobweb.
Oh yeah, Cobweb was very
so
freaky.
many good ones.
Yeah, and of course Godzilla wins. And also I love that this was actually a straight up horror film too. Like not, just a fun action film like Godzilla's been doing here in America. I like seeing Japan get back to that Gojira roots where he's evil and scary and you should be feared of him. And that's Horror Shark Entertainment. Some people might know him as the Horror Shark, but he's got a new channel now, so maybe go check that out. And yeah, I love creatures. I like those little goblins from Unwelcome. Those were like creepy looking as well. Some really good creatures in there.
I like Little Green Ghouls and Milk Steak.
Yeah, and Sawtooth Jack. That was a book too, a good book. I like
the
the book.
Dark Harvest was so good.
Dark Harvest, good movie, but also good book. So. That's cool that just showing some love there for some of those creatures that we love.
Reading is fundamental.
But you might be thinking, well,
fundamented.
That's kind of weird because, wasn't there a lot of vampire movies last year? How come no vampires were on the list? That's because there was an abundance of vampires last
There's a
year.
lot of vampires in the chat, too.
Yeah, so with the fact that there was that many vampires, they're getting their own award this year. So let's send it over to You're gonna have to say it.
Anthropomorphic Fiend. And I'll
Anthropomorphic
tell you
Fiend.
one thing. You won't find any garlic in this house.
Yeah.
Ow.
Hello everyone, I am Anthropomantic Fiend and I do horror-related things on the internet. And sorry I was just a few seconds late, I was finishing up a little drink. But I hope everyone has been enjoying the Oscars thus far. I am so happy that there is an award show just for horror. And I am honored that the Horror Addicts have asked me to present the award for Best Vampire this year. Why they chose me of all people to present this award is beyond me, but given that they asked me and they're really nice people, I want to oblige them, so I am going to do my best. So, without further ado, here are this year's nominees for Best Vampire. The nominees are Dracula from Renfield, because what really is a vampire story without narcissism and codependency and manipulation? Also, he just looks really good in a top hat and photoshopped into scenes from the 1931 Dracula. Dracula from Last Voyage of the Demeter. It was great to get two Dracula movies from Universal in the same year, and this one really leans more into Nosferatu-like feral Ratman energy, and I love it. Augustus Pinochet from El Conde. Radu from Subspecies 5, Blood Rise. Really great to have another Subspecies film come out this year. Elizabeth Bathory from Castlevania Nocturne. She is terrifying and evil, but super pretty. Juliette Fairmont from First Kill. It is a very silly TV series in my opinion, but the world is always also a better place with more lesbian vampire stories in it. Owen from Blood. The Housemates from What We Do in the Shadows. Incredible as always. And Louis and Lestat from Interview with the Vampire. Great to have more Anne Rice content coming out as well. So many vampires this year. I'm so glad there was so much vampire stuff that came out this year, but unfortunately only one of the nominated characters or groups of characters can win, so I will let you know who that is without further ado. The winner of the Oscar for Best Vampire is The Housemates from What We Do in the Shadows.
I like what you've been saying. It's been very entertaining, but just for 2 seconds, shut the fuck up. Asshole!
Congratulations to all of them. I hope they are enjoying their weird little life. Undeaths, I don't know. But once again, thank you so much to the Horror Addicts for asking me to present this year. My YouTube channel is not as active as it has been in the past, but I am still very proud of the stuff I do on here, and I am running a very successful horror club at my college right now with the skill set I got from this YouTube channel, and I wouldn't be doing this without the inspiration from Horror Addicts and many of the other people who are presenting today, so thank you. And I would love to stay and chat with you more, but I am still thirsty.
Love the Freaky Girls Live t-shirt. Freaky Girls for Life. Also, little known fact, Anthropomorphic Fiend tries to throw you off with Martin, referencing that vampire movie. Mm-hmm. But they're actually the latest reincarnation of Lestat.
Yeah, probably. Great job, looking very sharp there. All those vampires looking sharp. Anthrofiend, killing it. We knew you were the right pair of fangs to sink your teeth into this category. and you do not let us down at all. We're very proud to have you on here.
Also, Anthro's always BYOB.
Yeah.
Bring your own blood.
Bring your own blood. And actually, though, I do think there is a blood fountain in the back for any of the presenters. They can help themselves. And, yeah. Why do those vampires look so sharp, though? Because, you know what? They got great threads. They got great costumes.
Women go crazy for a sharp vest vamp.
Yeah, that, too. Men, too. They all go crazy for it.
We all go crazy for it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the top hat.
You can look real sharp wearing a good costume. So, I know someone else who's always looking sharp with a great costume, and they are the Strange Monkey.
Oh, the eyewear alone.
Mm-hmm.
Love Strange Monkey.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Strange Monkey. Yes! Yeah! Hey, everybody. Hey, how's it going? Thank you very much for... Hey, is that Joe Bob Briggs in the crowd? I don't know. It looks like him. Thank you, Horror Addicts, for inviting me back to the Oscars once again. I'm happy to be back. So, I am here to present the award for Best Costume. You gotta look your best in these horror movies when you're cutting somebody up in a slasher film, or if you're the victim, it doesn't matter. You gotta look your best. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. The nominees for Best Costume are The Nun 2, Haunted Mansion, Dark Harvest, Something in the Barn, A Haunting in Venice, and The Barn 2. A lot of interesting names. So, the winner is... Let's see here. Oh! Okay, well, that was easy. A Haunting in Venice! Yeah! Alright, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Congratulations to A Haunting in Venice. I'm out of here. See you later.
Strange Monkey. Great job. And, you know, Haunting in Venice. There you go.
That movie was gorgeous. Definitely the best of the Hercule Poirot new trilogy of movies.
Well, yeah, it's always nice when even something that might not necessarily be horror, but they have like a sequel that like, hey, we're going to dip into the dark side.
Actually, I was super excited. I don't know if you guys know, but our son is a massive murder mystery fan and a Hercule Poirot fan. He's an 80-year-old woman inside a teenager's body. But yeah, he was like, this one's a horror movie. It's something we both like. So... it was pretty great.
Yeah, he loves mystery. He loves Scooby-Doo. Probably about as much as Dr. Wolfula does. I know they're probably back there talking about Scooby-Doo as they get ready for what they want to do in the murder mysteries. And good job, Venice. Good job, Monkey. But, you know, it's one thing to have your characters looking great, right? You need that. But you need the rest of your movie looking good. You need, like, your sets, your production design, all that. And so we'll send it over to the horror show, and they can tell us who's got the best production design of last year.
Told you one of our presenters was a filmmaker.
Right? Dylan's
Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show, and thanks to the Horror Addicts for having us back to present for this year's prestigious Oscars event.
Yes, and we're here to present the award for Best Production Design, which is a key aspect to any film, but especially horror movies.
Mm-hmm. Very true. So the American Film Institute defines production design as the intersection of art, architecture, narrative, and while using space, lines, shapes, colors, patterns, forms, all to distinct visual language to elevate on-screen visuals.
So basically, making sure that everything on screen from shot to shot is as pleasing to the eye as the very best paintings in all of the world.
Damn easy. And in 2023, production designers were tasked with everything from recreating the wonderful world of the 1980s to placing audiences aboard a merchant ship in violent seas in 1897.
So if a film's production design is lacking, it can bring audiences right out of the film. But as it's with these good 6 little films, then it becomes award-worthy.
The nominees for Best Production Design are...
I can't believe I'm the only fanger they could get to do this. Renfield! He's a pussy.
A Haunting in Venice. Hey, is that a pee stain on there?
What? Totally Killer! God damn it, I thought I was only doing one of these! Alright, The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Better movie.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
And the winner is
Five Nights at Freddy's! Congratulations to Mark Fisichella and his team on Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm sure we'll get to see more of your work in the next sequel in 2025.
So that's it from us and some of our friends here at the Horror Show channel. Thank you again to the Horror Addicts for having us. And until next time, remember, stay scared.
Congratulations to Five Nights at Freddy's. I know that was a divisive film for a lot of people, but we all kind of agreed that Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria looked amazing.
It did, and the actual animatronic puppets, which we got to see over at Hollywood Horror Nights, were incredible.
Those were great.
Also, I just love the production design of that room.
Yeah, the horror show, you got a good production design going on there. Love seeing your faces again. I mean, we loved when we get the critters. We love when we get the Ashley Slashy puppets. But it's just good to see you guys, you know? And, in Fuego there, his vampire character might have to get that award next year. And that little teddy bear, that gives me the creeps. I love it. So thank you guys. Really, go check out Dylan's New Nightmare if you haven't already. Cecil there was the brains, and that was his child.
Honestly, a lot of people have been tossing around, like, who's the next Freddy Krueger if Robert Englund can't do it. Watch this movie, and I think you're going to have some ideas.
Exactly. So it's one thing, you gotta look good. You gotta have your movie look good. But I mean, it also gotta look good on paper too. You gotta write a good script. You gotta have it be good. Like, it can't just all be flash. It's gotta have some substance. So we're gonna send it over to two different channels right now. They're a great combination. We got Patrick from Have Cheetah Will View and the horror miser Monty G teaming up to let us know who is the best. What was the best screenplay of last year?
Hashtag Old Dude Cheetah.
Old Dude Cheetah.
Hey everybody, this is the horror miser Monty G here. I want to once again thank Dan and Glory for bringing me on once again, and this time I brought a friend of mine. It is Patrick from Have Cheetah Will View. What's going on, Patrick?
Hey, what's going on, Monty? Man, you and I are here together for the Oscars?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, people who don't know, Patrick and I go way back because, you know, Patrick just truly loves A24 films.
I think you meant to say IFC Midnight, didn't you?
Oh, yes, yeah. ISC Midnight, yeah. He loves ISC Midnight, yeah. But, you know, Patrick always have a great fondness for those great A24 films, though. But we decided to come on ahead, and we're going to talk about, for the Oscars, the best screenplay 2023. There are 7 films in total, and we're going to see which one of these young and up-and-coming screenwriters won the best screenplay for 2023 for the Oscars. All right. First on the list is Infinity Pool. Did you happen to see Infinity Pool, Patrick?
I have not heard Infinity Pool, but I've heard great things about it. I'm looking forward to actually getting a copy of that soon.
Okay. Next on the list is a film from, I think it's Chile. El Conte, I think is how you pronounce it. This is a vampire film about a 250 vampire film who wants to die.
Oh, man, I love the foreign films.
Yeah.
More foreign films, the better.
Next, we have, perhaps I believe you've seen this film. It's called Attachment. Very, very good film.
Yeah, I definitely think it was great. I think it's worthy of a nomination, and I was glad to see it on the screen.
Yes. Another good film that I actually saw. Very, very interesting premise. Brightwood.
Oh, wow. That was my number one film of the year, Monty. That was the best of 2023 from Cinephobia releasing in Brightwood. And we were blessed to interview the gentleman behind the movie.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. If you're not subscribed to Patrick's channel, make sure you subscribe so you can take a look at that interview. Next on the list is Unseen.
That's Unseen by me. I have not seen that one, but again, I have a feeling maybe you have.
Yes, I've seen it. It's sort of a similar premise I've seen with another horror film where we actually have a blind person reaching out to a person that uses an app on the phone to help them see while she tries to escape from her ex-husband who is trying to kill her. and they have this nice back and forth banter. And it's a pretty interesting scene because while she's trying to escape her husband, the person that she's talking to is also has her own issues because she's dealing with a terrible manager and a wealthy person who obviously shows no respect. So yeah, but Unseen was another great film. So if you haven't seen it, you check that out. I think my good friend Vicky from Nightmare Maven, I know she saw it. She did a review on it, and she said it was very, very good.
I will definitely have that on my list for sure.
Okay, here's a film that I actually saw during the Halloween. It's called Dark Harvest.
Now I think there's 2 films by that name. One I did see, one I did not. I think the one Dark Harvest, there's actually a movie on ISC Midnight that came out underneath that title. I know this is not that movie, but it's a great title.
Yeah, it's based upon a novel. It has this new creature called Sawtooth Jack. I saw it. It was okay. I felt as though there were some things missing, but I guess some people liked it a lot. They decided to nominate this film for Best Original Screenplay.
And one more movie, I think, right?
Yeah, one more movie. We have Influencer, and I actually like this particular film. Very good film. Kind of reminds me, I got a lot of Creep vibes from this particular film. There's this influencer. She decides to go into this person's house, and of course, strange things happen. But sometimes, some people will do anything just to get clicks and views.
Yes, and we have seen that for ourselves in our community. That happens sometimes, and you wonder if someone's been watching what we've been doing to make a movie out of it.
So just to go over again, the nominees for Best Screenplay for the Oscars for 2023, we have Infinity Pool, El Conte, Attachment, Brightwood, Unseen, Dark Harvest, and Influencer.
And the winner is Infinity Pool by Brandon Cronenberg.
Yes.
Wow, very worthy, very worthy.
Very worthy. Not surprised that he won the award. Like I said before, very nice writing. I think he's obviously going to pick up where his dad left off. Like I said before, I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed some of the performance in the film. Obviously, Mia Goth once again was great because even though I consider the character annoying, but that's what she was supposed to do. So that's what she did a good job.
Yes, if an actor is annoying you or upsetting you or affecting you any emotionally in any way, they've done their job.
Yeah, done their job. Yes. So, Patrick, just before we turn it back to Dan and Gory, what you got coming up on the channel?
Well, we will be talking to some more actors and producers and influencers. Starting with Wednesday, we will be talking with producer-director Brendan Murphy on the 28th. In March, we're doing Women in Entertainment Month, so stay tuned for that.
Yes, and of course, for me, March is Women in Horror Month, and I have already set up to interview at least 4 interesting YouTube women who have horror YouTube channels. I got 4 women to be talking to them throughout the month of March. That's what's going on my channel.
Nice. I will be there to watch that and to take notes, watching the master at work.
All right, then. Once again, this is the Scares. Once again, I want to thank Patrick for coming along with me, and of course, I am Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G, and always remember that horror rules. All right, back to you, Dan and Gory.
And remember, Monty rules.
And Patrick has a cheetah, and it's awesome. I love orange cats.
Orange cat is best.
Orange cat is best. They both have a lot of cool stuff on their channels. They're always interviewing interesting people.
They get so many great interviews, especially on Patrick's channel. And
oh yeah,
Monty just talks to so many great creators and influencers, and I have to say Monty is the most supportive person I've ever met in the community. Always retweeting people's stuff, responding to things. Monty watches everybody's stuff. I mean, truly, just the biggest cheerleader on HorrorTube.
He's family to us, and in fact, we kind of call him Grandpa Horror. And Patrick,
he's not old enough to be our grandpa because we're old.
I know. And then Patrick's all about that old dude vampire. So check them both out. They're great. I suggested that they do this together because I always kind of wanted to kind of see their banter off because they have very similar styles, and I'm really proud of that. So thank you guys. Love that as much. And so, where were we? But that was best screenplay. Good job there, Cronenberg. Not falling far from the tree with Infinity Pool. I loved Infinity Pool. What did you like about it?
I loved Infinity Pool. I just love seeing Mia Goth, and the concept is so different. I think that's one of the things when I hear constantly from people who are not into horror, the complaint is usually they're all the same. But I feel like horror is the one genre where you truly do get things that surprise you, and maybe you do have to watch, some low-budget Blumhouse things and kind of wade through some of that stuff that is what you've seen before. But I swear there's not a year that goes by that I don't see something like Infinity Pool where I'm like, yeah, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, exactly. I think horror can really change the game, and Infinity Pool is one of those game changers. So check it out if you hadn't already.
And Brandon Cronenberg, definitely a filmmaker to keep your eye on, because he is not doing any kind of stock horror stuff. He's bringing very original ideas to light.
Exactly. He's
just like his dad.
He's not even just like his dad. There's a little bit of that Cronenberg that you kind of feel in there, but he's still very much different. And I feel like his sister's getting involved in the horror as well, isn't she?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the whole Cronenberg family's going to be making movies, it seems like. So, it's good to write it all down and write down a great movie, but you have to act it out. You need to visually see it, good stuff too, not just have a good script. You need to have good choreography, good stunts. We need action. We need to take action right now. And the best man to take action is Lee from Drumdums. We love that guy. Tell us who.
This is Oscars!
Oh!
What's up, guys? My name is Lee. I come from a channel called Drumdums. The Horror Addicts, Danny and Gory, have been dear friends of mine for so long now. I think it's been 27 years. No, it's been 9 years. 9 years. Can you believe that, guys? Time flies. I swear to God it flies. But I could not ask for better friends out there. They are the coolest people. I strive every day to be half as cool as they are. Their horror knowledge is unmatched, and they just have big hearts. I love people with big hearts. So I'm honored to be part of the annual Oscars, the best horror show on not just YouTube, but the planet. And I enjoy watching all the talent that is a part of this every year. And I know the work that goes into this must be quite daunting and crazy for you guys, but you make it worth it. You make it worth it because you put on a great show. So anyway, I have some nominees to give you for Best Stunts and Choreography in a Horror Movie for 2023. Believe it or not, horror has a lot of stunt personnel that are active. It's not just for action. There's some crazy stuff that goes on in horror movies, and the normal actor, human being, can't really accomplish these things. We need our stunt people. I think they are the unsung heroes of movies, and they make the unbelievable believable. So anyway, let me give you the nominees. The nominees are Meg to the Trench, Renfield, Saw X, Megan, Sick, and Godzilla -1. So many great nominees. We can only have one winner, and the winner is Renfield. I did not call that one. That was an interesting pick, but yeah, Renfield had some amazing stunts in it. Really fun movie for sure. So yeah, guys, that is your best stunt and choreography for 2023 in horror. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts on this. And again, thank you, Danny and Gory, for inviting me once again to be a part of this. I will be here every year, as long as you will have me, okay? I was gonna do a backflip right back there, but I'm 50 and I can't do that anymore. I need a stunt double, all right? So anyway, I am Lee. The channel is Drumdums. Thank you all, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Lee, if we're really that good of friends, why you lying? There's no way you're 50. There's no way you're 50, dude. You look great. I don't anymore because friends also don't hit.
It was a stunt.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to pull your punches in stunts. What a cute dog, by the way. Give it up to Lee's stunt dog. Adorable. And Renfield, great. Yeah, there was a lot of action in Renfield. For a while it almost feels like you're watching Mortal Kombat in live action with all those bones breaking and limbs getting ripped off.
That was a lot of fun too. It was fun to see in theater.
Yeah, like it's something I wasn't really like thinking about until it got nominated. I'm like, oh yeah, I went back and rewatched. Like, yeah, there is a lot of great stunts in here.
There's so many cute pooches of YouTube. One of these days we got to do like an award for like cutest pooches of YouTube. But Levi from Drumdums is definitely one of them, and you guys got to see the whole pack over at the movie Massacre sometime. Amazing.
Oh yeah.
And all the Munchkin cats.
Movie Massacre's got like the cutest pets. They're everywhere. There's so many of them too. Like, love it. You just go there and like do like snow angels and the dogs.
It's like here, but here I have spiders.
Oh yeah, you got how many spiders you got now?
9.
9 spiders, 2 dogs, and a cat. We have a lot of pets here as well, apparently. So, anyways, give it up to the awesome stunts. They are the unsung. As a pro wrestler, I appreciate stunts, like, because, you know, you're putting your body on the line. And when I met Kane Hodder, he even said that he appreciates, like, you know, pro wrestling and stuff. And just because he does, he puts his body on the line. There's a lot of things you can go wrong. You can get hurt. Even if the stunt looks great and you did it right, that doesn't mean you're not walking away with a big bruise on you. So, good job.
And as a former derby girl, I can appreciate people who can take a few hits without crying about it.
Exactly. And the choreography is very important too, because like just choreographing fights and dances and stuff, that's not easy. That's a lot of work. So glad to hear Renfield sank its teeth into another victory tonight. And yeah, but not only does the stunts gotta look good, the script's gotta be good, all the like props and everything gotta be good, but the camera's got to have good work, too. The camera has to do its own part.
So basically, who you're trying to say is everything has to be good? Making movies is so hard.
I know, but if you want to win these awards, yes, everything's got to be good. That's why these movies are nominated, because they, like, knew what to do, at least in most of these categories. And we're going to send it over to our friend Rich. He was at the bar earlier. He's, like, showed up. He's the bar. I hopefully he's ready to go.
Wait, I thought you said he wasn't ready.
Movie Massacre, MM. Yeah.
He's ready.
He's probably ready. I messaged him a little bit ago. He didn't reply. But you know what? Let's just send it to him.
I hope no
He's good to
kids
go.
are watching.
What's up, guys? My name is Lee. I come from a channel.
So I get the call, just like I knew I would.
Hey, Mr. Massacre, this is Bill down at the Oscars there. We were just wondering if you, couldn't help but notice that you stole one of the trophies there. We just wondering if you were going to be returning that. Thanks.
Well, better get up, I thought.
Hey up, shaggers, come and join me in Bath while I get ready and get cleaned up so I smell and look all lovely for our scares. You know, gotta look good before I present. Don't pretend you're not impressed. Do you like to play in Bath with bath toys? I love my new Ocean Gate toy. Just look at it. Isn't it brilliant? Brilliant. I like to push it down to the bottom and pretend it explodes and then it floats to the top into pieces. That knows. I just couldn't believe why you do that. Hey up mate, come here. Would you like to go down deep into ocean in my little cheaply made submarine? And I'll control it with Xbox controller. You know. Oh yeah mate, not a problem. Come on then, Shag. Human smoothies. Oh, lovely. But just before we get on with it, I just want to say it's an absolute honour to be presenting the best cinematography of 2023 in front of movie stars like Will Smith and Hulu's Pinhead, that's obviously dressed as Jada Pinkett Smith. Oh, there's no need for that. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. I'm only messing. Bloody hell, Will Smith just slapped shit out of me. But oh, no need.
My wife's name out your fucking mouth!
There's no need for me to salt lament configuration once he's sending Cenobite Will Smith to slap me about like I'm Kirsty Cotton, is there? Oh, for fuck's sake, I'll take this one like a champ, shall I? Oh, bleeding hell. I suppose that's deserved. Fuck it, I've been slapped twice now. When is Jada filming G.I. Jane 2, me old love?
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
Well, that was awkward, wasn't it? Anyway, let's present the best cinematography for horror in 2023. Bloody hell, my face is stinging. The first nominee is A Haunting in Venice. Harry Sambalokos, I hope I didn't butcher that, provided cinematography for 2021's Belfast and for the upcoming 2024 movie Beetlejuice. This one is coming in from the most handsome, beautiful beast on the planet, your Lord and Saviour, Godzilla -1. Ko Shibasaki was responsible for the cinematography in Godzilla -1. And he also made 2004's 69, along with 2004's Lady Joker and other movies like 2002's Out and 2010 sci-fi action movie Space Battleship Yamato. This next one stars Maya Goth. You've got to be careful when working with her, because allegedly she will kick you in the head and shout at you. It's a joke. Infinity Pool. She can kick me in Edward. Karim Hussein was responsible for the cinematography in Infinity Pool, and also 2012's Antiviral, along with 2020's Possessor. Next up is M. Night Shyamalan's Knock at the Cabin. Knock at the Cabin cinematography. Next up is something only my mother does, Talk to Me. The cinematographer for Talk to Me is Aaron McCliskey, who's worked on a movie with Russell Crowe very recently in 2022's Poker Face. And lastly, this one sounds like a cologne that smells like your tallywhacker after a long run. Skinamarink. Jamie McRae was responsible for providing Skinamarink with its cinematography. She's also worked on movies and TV shows like Resting Bike Face, Depot, Fresh Off the Boat, which is a great show by the way, and Third Wilson. And the winner is my God, your God, everybody's God, our Lord and Saviour, our fathers, our mothers, Mr. Lava, Godzilla -1. I hope you're all having a fantastic evening. Now I'm going to get off and watch ReAnimateHer.
It's only because you want to see Barbara Crampton, you dirty bastard.
Get lost, silly. Bloody hell, I feel a bit jaded after that.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I said jaded! Oh, fucking hell, here he comes again.
I guess everybody's getting slapped tonight. You took a good one there, like 3 of them there, MM. Proud of you. Even with a few drinks in you, you did a great job.
One of the few friends we have on YouTube where we actually went out to their house. It's literally in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of night, and accepted the tea.
Yeah, I waited for you to drink the tea first before I drank any. I wanted to see if it made you sleepy time. Anyway.
When you've given birth to the half-demon that is Lulz, you fear not these things.
Yeah, that's all right. Anyways, MMM, great job. You did an awesome...
MMM?
Did I throw an extra
You give
M?
him an extra M?
Yeah, he's got 3 now. He's upgraded.
Mr. Movie Massacre.
That was an awesome job. Very informative. Very...
Also, I'm going to do a little housekeeping here, give you guys a little notice. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little scarce here in the Batcave.
Yeah.
And part of the reason why you haven't been getting as much content from either of our channels is we've been looking for a new place to live, which we found a place. It's super rad. And we're going to be moving next week. And then once we're all moved in and stuff, we've got some really cool things planned on both our channels. Horror Addicts, which is the whole family. And then my personal channel, Gory B Movie, where we just talk about really, really ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
Books.
So yeah, we're in the middle of a move, but we obviously kept enough up there because we knew the Oscars was coming. Not the best timing, but hey, thank you all for bearing with us anyways. Appreciate it. And thank God they escorted Will Smith out of the audience there, so say whatever G.I. Jane jokes you want to say now.
Keep his wife's name out your mouth.
Right? Well, I mean, it's great to have cinematography, and also big kudos to our Lord and Savior Godzilla for another crushing defeat.
So, are you
victory.
a Godzilla or are you a King Kong guy?
Godzilla, always been.
Because like I watched 3C, he's a big King Kong guy. Godzilla is my boy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really hyped for Godzilla.
As we mentioned earlier, Godzilla's 70. I share a birthday with him. I'm only 40, but I was 30 when he was born. I was born when he was 30. So yeah, I share a birthday with Godzilla. It's my big claim to fame on celebrity birthdays there. The king of the kaijus. But you know what? Like I said, you can have great camera work. You can have great costumes. You can have all this great stuff. But sadly, it's not going to matter if nobody comes and watches your movie. If nobody even gives it a shot. Like they just They're just like,
Yeah, one shot, one opportunity.
Like they don't even like sometimes they say don't judge a book by its cover, but a lot of people do judge a movie by its poster.
Really
and that's my
judge
point here. A poster is very important when it comes to movies. So we've been giving awards now for best poster for a little while because we think that is an art form that should get appreciation.
I agree. Absolutely.
It helps. Sometimes the poster is better than the movie, and that's kind of a shame. But hey, good job to the poster.
It's an art form in itself, and it does a lot of work without saying a word.
Exactly, and it's what puts butts in seats, and that's important because we vote with our dollar, as we said earlier. So we're going to send it over to Mr. Flixter. He's going to tell us what the best poster of last year was.
Scares. Hello, world. I'm Chris Mitany, aka Mr. Flixter.
Mr. Flixter.
I'm a film critic for HorrorBuzz.com. I also have my own YouTube channel, Mr. Flixter Show. My channel's full of reviews, rankings, interviews, reactions, and cute cats.
Totally.
So, I'm here to present the award for the best horror movie poster. Scares. There's something special about movie posters, isn't there? That special feeling you get, especially when it shows off a movie's special tease, providing you that special tease. I love movie posters. I'm the kind of guy that always walks up and down the hallways at the Cineplex so I can check out the new posters for the upcoming attractions. I make it a point to use them in my videos too. I specifically use them for my thumbnails because I want to recreate that feeling that I got walking down the aisles of Blockbuster Video or Hollywood Video. Fun fact. Did you know that movie posters have been around since the beginning of cinema? Displaying posters outside the theater was the best way to generate word of mouth and spark interest in the production. Think about it. This was before TV or even the internet, so this was the best way to advertise. The first promotional movie poster was created in 1895. It was for the film La Roseur Arrose, or The Sprinkler Watered. The main style through the end of the 1940s featured illustrations. In the 50s and 60s, posters saw an increase in conceptual, abstract, and minimalist designs. Photographs took over illustrations in the 70s, a style that rose to prominence in the 1980s, which led to today's modern film posters. The best movie posters, in my opinion, spark curiosity in the film without divulging too much about the story. Ones that really pique your interest. Sometimes, the movie posters don't do the movie justice. Other times, the poster is better than the movie. And the nominees for the best horror movie poster are VHS 1985, It Lives Inside, Scream 6, El Conde, Evil Dead Rise, Kill Her Goats, The Barn, Part 2. And the winner for the best horror movie poster is Evil Dead Rise. I want to thank Danny Nightmare and Gory B Movie for inviting me to participate in the Oscars. Scares! I'm so honored. Thank you very much. So, without further ado, let's go back to the show, shall we? Until next time, I'll see you at the movies. I'm Chris Mitany, aka Mr. Flixter.
Mr. Flixter.
That was awesome. We actually have a lot of those posters, like that he was showing in the video there. And he's right, yeah. That's when you go to the movie theater and you see all these new posters, you get really excited. Oh, that's coming, even if it's going to be a couple of months. You get really excited when you see the new poster out. So thank you, Mr. Flixter. Really appreciate that. Another win for Evil Dead Rise. That was a great poster. So, when you put all these things together, you can get, like, something really good. And a lot of, like, these movies have been doing it in a while. In fact, a lot of these franchises have been doing it in a while. So, they have to try extra hard to kind of tell you that, hey, you liked most of these movies, but we got the best one coming out. Like, even if you thought, oh, this franchise couldn't be topped, the next one is the best one. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm craving something actually kind of familiar, so I'm craving
Maybe something scary?
Something scary.
And now presenting the award for Best Four.
Hey everybody, it's Steven here from Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Hey, I want to give a shout out and a much thanks and appreciation to the Horror Addicts for the opportunity to be a presenter in this year's festivities. And speaking of which, I will be giving the nominees for Best Franchise Feature. The first nominee is Insidious, The Red Door. And our next nominee for Best Franchise Feature is Saw X.
Live or die. The choice is yours.
Coming in next is Godzilla -1.
Godzilla -1.
Next up is a movie dear to my heart for those of you who know my channel. It is Scream 6. Next up is Evil Dead Rise.
Mom? Mommy's with the maggots now.
What will be.
And our final nominee is Hell House LLC Origins, The Carmichael Manor. And the winner for Best Franchise Feature is Evil Dead Rise. Congratulations to Evil Dead Rise, and thank you all for your attentive attention. And thanks again, Horror Addicts. This was a blast. Appreciate you. See you soon.
We appreciate you, Craven.
That's my horror brother there, Steven from Craven Something Scary. He is a real workhorse when it comes to getting interviews, giving you Scream news, giving you horror movie news. If you want to know what's coming new in horror, that is the channel that you definitely want to subscribe to.
Oh yeah, and he, like he said, he loves Scream, so.
Yes. I actually, until I met him, I didn't think anyone loved Scream more than me, but yeah, I think he might. I think he just might.
Yeah, and he's all aboard the stew chew.
It's the stew train.
The stew train. I call it the stew chew.
No, you don't.
Anyways, that's really good on him.
Stew.
And like I said, those movies, like, they really are going to sell you on the next one. They have that kind of like, hey, if you love this franchise, you're probably going to love this one. But they always got to try and top each other, so it's a different type of mountain to climb. However, sometimes you just want something completely different. And sometimes one of the best ways to do that is to just kind of visit another culture's like aspect on horror. You can like find great horror all over the world. They might not all be speaking English, and that's fine. But sometimes, if you're cool with subtitles or even dubs, you can find some really great horror movies elsewhere. So why don't we travel to the Creep Country Cinema and see what other scares are out there?
And specifically, we're looking at foreign language movies.
Yes, foreign language films.
So these are ones where, yeah, you know, get over it.
Sorry.
Subtitles aren't going to ruin your movie for you guys. Let's check these out.
Yeah.
And now presenting the award for Best Foreign Language Film of 2023 is Creep Country Cinema.
Hello, darlings. It's me again, the Glamour Ghoul.
And I am the starter.
And we're from Creep Country. It is an absolute nightmare come true.
and a horrific honor
to be presenting this year's award for the Best Foreign Language Film of 2023 at the Oscars. The Stata, you're looking devastatingly handsome this evening.
Well, thank you. I picked up some new threads just for the occasion.
Oh, and what'd you do with your old clothes?
I donated them to charity.
To charity, like the Salvation Army of Darkness?
And you're looking very beautiful in that dress you are almost wearing. And who are you wearing?
You know, I chose not to skin anyone for this evening's outfit, and I'm just wearing regular fabrics. But that's enough chit-chat. You're not here to listen to us talk about the bloody red carpet fashion. You want us to get to the meat of things.
So let's sink our teeth into the nominees for this year's Best Foreign Language Film of 2023.
And the nominees are... Thank you, Steve.
Godzilla, -1.
-1? Huh. If I was inviting Godzilla, I'd give him a +1. And the next nominee is El Conde.
I've often wondered what happens when a vampire grows weary of immortality. The next nominee is In My Mother's Skin.
In My Mother's Skin? Is that the new Norman Bates autobiography?
No, it's a dark and twisted fairy tale about nightmares coming true.
Ah. And the next nominee is When Evil Lurks.
Is that about me?
No, it's a Spanish folk horror film all about demons amongst us.
Ooh, sounds spooky. And the next nominee is Husera.
The Bone Woman.
The Bone Woman. Isn't that what they used to call you in high school?
Don't finish that thought. The next nominee is Remember.
Did you say Dismember?
No, Remember is a murderous time loop movie.
The next nominee is The Womb.
'Cause, baby, sometimes birth can be a real fright.
And the final nominee is Good Boy.
'Cause there's nothing scarier than finding out the man that you're dating is a real dog. And the winner is... Let me look. Ow! Paper cut!
Is that blood?
I better take care of this.
Well, I guess I'll read the winner. So, the Best Foreign Language Film of 2023 Oscar goes to... Godzilla -1!
Accepting the award on behalf of Godzilla -1 is Godzilla himself.
Really? Congratulations.
Godzilla has appeared in 38 films. He grew up in Japan. He is estimated to be 252 million years old and 393 feet tall.
I'm back! What did I miss? Who won?
Godzilla -1. He came, accepted the award, and left.
Godzilla? Was here? Really?
You know, come to think of it, I don't think that was the real Godzilla. I have to get that Oscar back!
That wasn't the real Godzilla?
No, I mean, it looked like one of those Jurassic Park dinosaurs, and they didn't even get a movie this year. I think they snagged Godzilla's trophy.
I love that channel. They have such great banter and killer outfits. Plus, just been a massive fan of the Glamour Ghoul since, gosh, forever.
Mm-hmm. So definitely go check out Creep Country Cinema. They're new, and you know what? I just think they have a lot of talent and potential. They could really blow up.
Absolutely.
I'm hoping that you guys all check them out.
Plus, you're super nice people.
Yeah, and that was such a great video. Thank you so
And
much.
funny.
It was hilarious. It looked great. They look sharp. They were also another sharp-dressed vampires. Like, there's a theme, I said. It's a theme that doesn't suck, even though it's vampires. But, and, you know, good job to Godzilla. -1.
I smell children.
You smell children? Yeah. Well, see, it doesn't even matter what language you speak. A good actor, like, can move you no matter what language they're saying. Like, even if you don't know the language they're saying, and a good actor can really act through that. Acting is hard, very hard. It's not like an easy skill to do, and it's even more impressive when the actor's under 18 years old. Like, so these are some really talented kids, and we're going to send it over to ReAnimateHer, and she's going to tell us who was the best underage actor of horror was last year.
Ladies and gentlemen, spectral beings and creatures of the night, welcome to the 7th annual Scares Awards. Tonight, we honor the most spine-tingling performances in the horror realm. I am your presentee, ReAnimateHer, host of Coffee Chat of Horrors. But before we slice into our nominees, a huge thank you to each and every one of you at home for voting for your favorite horror movie, actor, and more. You guys rock. I also need to send a huge shout out and thank you to Horror Addicts, Gory B Movie, and Danny Nightmare for inviting me to present to you Best Child Actor. But before we unearth our winner, let us summon forth the nominees for Best Child Actor. First, we have Christian Convery, who brought the character Henry to life in Cocaine Bear.
Fuck! Shit! What the hell? This is as good as the shit I normally do.
Oh, round of applause for Christian Convery as Henry in Cocaine Bear. Then we have the wonderful Kristen Chewy, affectionately known as Chewy, who captivated audience with her portrayal of Wen in Knock at the Cabin. What a wonderful performance. Let us also recognize Lydia Jewett for her compelling and spooky performance as Angela in The Exorcist Believer. Look at Lydia's very creepy portrayal. Oh my lord, I loved her performance. Anyways, now we move on to celebrate Violet McGraw's brave portrayal of Katie in Megan.
You shout aloud.
My name is Katie James.
I can't hear.
I'm 9 years old. And about 2 months ago, I lost both my parents in a car accident.
Oh my god, she is sassy and feisty, and that Megan doll is quite creepy. Followed by Nell Fisher's gripping portrayal of Cassie in Evil Dead Rise. She did such a great job. Thumbs up to that little one. Now, we also want to commend Joe Bird for his brilliant and brutal portrayal of Riley in Talk to Me.
I love you both, baby.
I love you too, Mom.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh my lord, I love the way they portrayed demons in this film. Now, lastly, we would like to commend Woody Norman for his remarkable performances, notably as Peter in Cobweb and Toby in The Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Hello? Mom?
Yay, Woody, what a great performance. I really enjoyed Cobweb and the creepy atmosphere that it offered. Each of these actors has contributed their unique talents to the world of horror and to give us nightmares. And now, the moment we all been waiting for. The winner of the 7th annual Scares Award for Best Child Actor is, can I get a drum roll? Violet McGraw from Megan. Yay!
Megan's actually been pretty instrumental in helping Katie get over the loss. It's honestly like she's part of it.
Congratulations, Violet McGraw, for your hauntingly and beautiful performance. May your talents continue to cast shadows in our nightmares and light up the darkness of our screens. And to all of you nominees, remember, in the world of horror, even the smallest soul can cast the biggest shadows. Thank you, and may your nightmares be ever so frightful. And I hope you at home are enjoying the 7th annual Scares Awards. Until next time, my creepies, I will slash us all later. Bye-bye.
You know, being a witch, I've always been a little creeped out by kids. You know, with the houses and the gingerbread and the ovens.
They're always
and all
trying
that.
to eat your house, right?
Exactly. But I think I can make an exception for these horror kids, especially that little Violet McGraw. She was so good in Haunting a Hill House, and I loved Megan.
Yeah.
Or Mithrigan.
And honestly, that was one of the reasons why Megan worked so well, because her relationship with Megan just is a big part of why it was a great movie. And
I'm really excited for the next one. The rumor is that Megan is going to be kind of like the Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator in T2, where it's going to be kind of an anti-hero protecting little girl.
All right, well, I might be down for that. And big hand to ReAnimateHer. Great job on presenting that award. Really appreciate it. Go check out her channel. She does great work on there, as you can see. And, oh yeah. Yeah, Megan got a win, you know. We're trying.
Mithrigan.
Yeah, Mithrigan.
Just get down with it. Get down with the sickness.
I know Godzilla and
Waka Waka.
What was it? Evil Dead Rise, those, and Renfield. Those three have been doing really well, but I'm glad to see some love getting spread everywhere else. And
remember, like, you guys vote on these awards.
Yeah.
Every year we send out the ballots and we ask for nominees and stuff. So all these wins are because of you guys.
Exactly. This is
what you pick, not what some Academy picks, and not what we pick. It's your guys' award show.
No, I mean, obviously I nominate some stuff every year, but you vote or you don't. I don't care. But I'm loving to see the love everywhere, and I'm just love horror. All right, so we should move up some more adult actors at this point, and because only adults can stay up late and watch the Nightwatch Zone.
My other horror brother.
Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We're here today to be a part of the 7th annual Oscars Awards ceremony. Coriander's with me, and Killian, of course. And guys, we're back, ready to present again. Very, very excited to do that. How you guys doing?
Good. I'm feeling great. Let's do it.
All right, man. All right. We want to give a special thank you to the Horror Addicts for giving us this opportunity to be a part of this special ceremony. Once again, this has been a lot of fun every year we've done it. And this year, guys, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We are going to be presenting the award for the Best Male Actor of Horror in 2023.
Woohoo, that's exciting.
There it is. I mean, look, let me just say, we're all horror fans. There have been so many great performances by actors over the years, whether you're talking about back in the day, the old school, some of my favorites, Jack Nicholson, Anthony Hopkins, Anthony Perkins. I mean, the list can go on and on. Some of the nominees on this list are in that list for me as well, guys. So I'm really, really excited to do this. All right, so Kill, we're going to have you with your nominee first, and then Coriander, and then me, and we're going to rotate back and forth. So, brother, let's start this thing off. Let's get down to brass tacks, as we always say. What do we got?
Okay, so the first nominee is Ryunosuke Kamiki for Godzilla -1.
Nice. Godzilla, I mean, come on, man. I mean, that's
it was so good.
OG.
So good.
Yeah.
All right, Coriander, who we have next?
Okay, so the next actor we have is Dave Bautista for Knock at the Cabin.
It's nice. He was so good in that movie.
Oh, he was so creepy.
He was. I was just gonna say that.
Creepy. Big creepy man at the door.
He was, and he would talk so calmly, especially to the daughter. It was so creepy in the forest when he first meets her, right? Shout out to Dave Bautista. I mean, his acting ability has just gotten better and better and better over the years. So I have much respect. Our next nominee is going to be Cooper Koch for Swallowed.
Nobody wanted it to happen like this. Nobody. You're super famous. You didn't remember me? Come on, really?
Which, it's a really dark and twisted movie. I'm not going to give anything away, but his performance was awesome. It truly, truly was. All right, Kill, what do we got next?
Okay, so next up we have Lakeith Stansfield for The Haunted Mansion and the Changeling series.
These ghosts?
And he was smiling like that.
This kind of thing.
Exactly.
Is this the man who mugged you?
Wow. You just did that just now?
Nice. All right.
Okay, so our next one is Nicolas Cage and his performance in Renfield.
Some call me the Dark One. Others, the Lord of Death.
Awesome. Love Nicolas Cage since I was a kid. Been a fan of Nicolas Cage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. He's still doing it, man. He's still doing it. Awesome to see.
He is.
I am Dracula.
Okay, obviously we're dealing with a little bit more than just narcissism here.
Our next nominee is, in my opinion, a legend, and that is Tobin Bell for Saw X.
Live or die. The choice is yours.
You all pretended to cure me.
But what I have planned for each of you is very real.
Let me just say, I don't want to rant, but he killed it, no pun intended, in this film. He was absolutely amazing. Just hearing him talk and be this character of John Kramer.
This is not retribution. It's a reawakening.
It was, to me, his best performance in this 20-year-old franchise. And much respect to Tobin Bell. All right, Kill, we got 2 left. What's the next nominee?
The next one is how this actor is just so accomplished. He is a chameleon. We have the great Christian Bale from The Pale Blue Eye.
With enough patience, the suspect will often interrogate himself.
Nice. Awesome. Christian Bale, I mean, he's done it all.
I mean, yeah, what can you say?
What can't he do, you know?
Not much.
Right?
It's only a matter of time.
Our final nominee is Ezekiel Rodriguez from When Evil Lurks. This movie was batshit crazy. I mean, he was just awesome. Everybody was great in it. So many surprises, twists and turns. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, and he was a big part of it. He had a really, really solid performance, and definitely want to see more of what he does. So, all right. Well, those are our nominees. And as usual, we've got to announce a winner, and we're going to give that honor to the lovely Coriander. So, Coriander, please tell us, please tell us, who is the winner for the Best Male Actor of Horror in 2023?
Okay, guys. So the winner is Nicolas Cage from Renfield.
They will lock you away for what you've done for me. I am your only salvation.
Nice. Well deserved. I know you're a big fan of Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. How about you,
He's
Bill?
good.
I mean, who isn't? I mean, we're going through the Nick Renaissance right now.
That's true. No, that's true, man. I mean, I think it's really cool to see him doing so much work, and he's doing a lot of variety of stuff. I mean, he's just awesome, whether it's horror, whether it's action, sci-fi. I loved him in things like Color Out of Space. I mean, he's just, wow. I mean, what a career. What a career. Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, Nicolas Cage is the winner. So we hope that you guys have enjoyed this part of the show. Once again, we want to thank the Horror Addicts for inviting us here and letting us be a part of this ceremony. We really appreciate that. Yeah. Much love to Danny and to Gory B. Great friends, awesome creators, and just a big part of this community. For you guys watching, definitely take a look at us on the Nightwatch Zone. Come and join us, be a part of our community here where we live stream and do videos multiple times every week. And we've got a great community that is a part of it. So definitely come and visit the channel, be a part of that. And we will catch you guys later. As we always say, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Nightwatch. Peace.
He has the best end calling card of anybody on YouTube.
Oh yeah, the Nightwatch Zone is definitely a must see and must listen as well. Just great. Like he said, the community is strong there. So.
And I love Coriander, Killian, and Knight. And Knight, again, just like Craven, my two horror brothers, because they just inspire me to stream, because they're such workhorses. They produce so much great content, and they're giving you news and reviews and really in-depth discussions and really thinking about the movies and kind of introducing them to you in different ways, making you think about them in maybe a way you haven't before.
Yeah, I love how hearing them discuss it to each other, and then they kind of open each other's eyes up and everybody who's listening's eyes up. And I really just want to go over to Killian's house and play his arcade games. Let me play those arcade games, please. And Nicolas Cage, of course.
I love Nicolas Cage. And we're going to get some more Nicolas Cage this year. I can't remember the name of it, but he is playing a serial killer this year.
He, like they said, he's kind of going on a renaissance here. Where of his reawakening of
a Renfield-assance?
A Renfield-assance of here. He's reawakening that crazy Cage that's not bad, but we love it. It's so good.
I'd watch him in anything.
Yeah, even his bad movies are great. So
what bad movies?
The early 2010s kind of early right there. There's a patch of them, but it doesn't mean he wasn't great. So yeah, hell yeah, and he stole the show in Renfield. He did. There's a lot of people who did great in that movie. He somehow still stole the show. Speaking of that, same thing. Dave Bautista did such a phenomenal job in Knock at Cabin.
I really love that M. Night cast him in that. Bautista said that he doesn't get offered roles like that. He gets action roles, and he just showed that he does have what it takes to be a really good, serious actor. And from Dune and that, I am so excited to see what he does next.
So I just want to say all those people who got nominated are winners, if you ask me, because they made their movies great, and those are all movies you should check out. And you should also check out the Nightwatch Zone. And check it out. Guess what? We're so happy to be honored.
We forgot though. Crowfeather Media gave you a super chat.
Oh yeah, it was Mark of the Beast too. I love that number, Zach. Appreciate it. That's Pro Zach, aka Canadian Jason. He's also appeared on Horror Addicts several times. We love Crowfeather Media, so check him out. He's also presented for us before as well. maybe we can get him back soon. But speaking of getting people back,
He did help you give Krampus an intervention.
yeah, he certainly did. Krampus that didn't stick, sadly. Krampus went back to making crappy movies. I know I sound like a Grinch, right? But
Don't even talk about that.
speaking of getting people back, though, we are so proud to bring back Casey, the homicidal homemaker.
Yeah!
She hasn't been on one of these in a while, so we're really
I love
happy.
her so much.
Long overdue. She's going to tell us who the best actress of last year was.
Good evening, ghouls and boys, fans of frights and culinary delights. I'm Casey, the homicidal homemaker. I'm your ghastly gastronomic guide through tonight's terrific tribute to the Queens of Scream here at the Aw Scares Awards. During a year that was truly a horror show, these incredible actresses not only survived the night, they slayed it. So without further ado, let's slice into the nominees for Best Horror Actress of 2023. Mia Goth in Infinity Pool, whose portrayal plunged us into the depths of a nightmare, leaving us to question our own reality. Alyssa Sutherland in Evil Dead Rise, embodying the essence of survival against unspeakable horrors, her performance was nothing short of electrifying. Caitlin Dever in No One Will Save You, reminding us that the scariest monsters are often the ones we can't see. Marin Ireland in Birth Rebirth weaves a tale of macabre motherhood that chills us to the bone. Natalia Solian and Huesera, the Bone Woman, crafting a haunting narrative of transformation and terror. Cassandra Nahn, an influencer, revealed the dark side of digital fame with a performance that was compelling as was cautionary. Bobby Silver Menez in My Animal played a character who defied norms and expectations. Their portrayal resonated with raw emotion and undeniable strength. And now, the moment we've all been dying to see. The winner of Best Horror Actress at the Aw Scares Awards goes to Alyssa Sutherland for Evil Dead Rise. Your fearless performance has captured the nightmares and the hearts of horror fans. Congratulations. A toast to Alyssa and to all our spooktacular nominees. You've kept the spirit of horror alive, thrilling and chilling audiences worldwide.
I love Alyssa. I just want to like cut her up and like wear her skin, and that's why I cosplayed as her, right?
Yeah, I heard a story that her agent told her that she was too old to really be getting work now that her prime had passed, and she fired that agent and got Evil Dead Rise. What?
Yeah, like a boss. Casey dropping it like a boss. Thank you so much,
Absolutely.
Homicidal Homemaker. Go check out her channel if you don't.
Best lighting, and best recipes, and just so fun.
The only time I would say don't do it is if you have nothing to eat nearby and you're really hungry, because, God, the food she makes on her channel is so delicious looking.
I've tried to make it.
Me too.
It didn't look.
Remember I tried to do that cake she did?
She works magic on her channel.
Like, I tried to make that cake that one time. I think you even sent her a picture of my attempt. It was horrible. It tasted good, but man, she makes it look so easy. So she's very talented. Alyssa Sutherland's very talented. All those ladies are very talented. Once again, those movies are great because of those women kicking so much ass. I loved My Animal. I loved all those movies. So, and yes, Evil Dead Rise was my favorite, and it had a lot to do with Alyssa Sutherland's favorite. My favorite, actually, probably Deadites since Ted Raimi was a Deadite.
Oh, and now we're going to be getting some more Evil Dead movies, so that's very cool.
So, big win there for everybody. And
I did mention Jenna Malone. She actually was in Swallowed and Consecration. I'm bummed she didn't get nominated too, but she did a great job. Definitely worthy of a shout out.
And I mean, at this point, I don't know if we have a stall. I've been like trying to contact him. I'm calling Dr. Wolfula. Anybody? Is there a doctor in the house? Dr. Wolfula.
Is it time for a checkup?
I mean, I haven't seen him. He's usually back there, but all right, Dr. Wolfula, we're going to go to him. I'm pretty sure he's ready to go. And so he's going to give us...
Oh, God, this one's not going to be nude, too, right? Because I don't think I can handle that.
He's very furry. He's always...
I've never seen a naked Wolfulite. You don't come back from that, Dan. It changes you.
I might want to. I don't know.
It changes you.
Anyways, for Best Director, our favorite Wolfulite, Dr. Wolfula.
Greetings, I'm your presenter, Dr. Wolfula, and when I'm not fashionably late, I'm here at the Oscars 2024 presenting the award for Best Horror Director. Who are the nominees this year anyway? Don't worry, I'll just make up some names for fake directors and movies, and we'll generate them all with AI. Make sure to cut that last part out. Okay. And the totally real nominees for Best Horror Director are... Brandon Cronenberg for Infinity Pool. Try to swim laps around that thing. Laura Moss for Birth/Rebirth. Is it a birth or a rebirth? Make up your mind, Laura. Demian Rugna for When Evil Lurks. When does evil lurk? You'll have to see the movie to find out. Joe Lynch for Suitable Flesh, not to be confused with Buffalo Bill's Fleshable Suit. M. Night Shyamalan for Knock at the Cabin. Hey, if this cabin's a rockin', don't come a-knockin'. Takashi Yamazaki for Godzilla -1, an equation I defy you to solve. And the final nominees for Best Horror Director are Michael and Danny Philippou for Talk to Me. No lack of communication between these two. And the winner for Best Horror Director at the Oscars 2024 is Takashi Yamazaki for Godzilla -1. How exciting. Here to accept the award in Yamazaki-san's place is Godzilla. Oh no!
Now, I think that was the real Godzilla.
That was the real Godzilla. Well, no wonder he was running late.
Yeah, and get well, Doc. That looked painful. I'm sure he'll bounce back. But we always appreciate you. Thank you so much. That was hilarious. We muted our mics because we were laughing really out loud, like pretty hard. So thank you, Dr. Wolfula, and get well soon.
I love Dr. Wolfula. That's my favorite channel, honestly.
And Godzilla takes it again. You know, all those great directors.
Well, definitely one of them. There's another channel I really like.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, especially if you want to look at some maybe things you missed.
Yeah, things you missed, or find up some horror history. Yeah, we're gonna bring out our. He's been on the chat, very active. We appreciate that. No, it's not Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell. It's CZ's World.
That Zach Morris is trash. This Zach Morris rules.
This Zach Morris rules, yeah. Best film of last year.
Welcome to the award presentation for the 7th annual Oscars Best Horror Film of 2023. The nominees for Best Horror Film of 2023 are as follows. Godzilla -1.
Godzilla -1.
Infinity Pool. Talk to Me. When Evil Lurks. Evil Dead Rise.
What will be.
Scream 6, also known as Screevy. Okay, fine, I'm the only one that calls it that. And Saw X. And the winner for Best Horror Film of 2023 is one of those films that I just listed, which happens to be inside of this envelope, which I will now open, and the winner is the moment you've all been waiting for. Rise up, everybody, it's Evil Dead Rise!
Did you run out, buy yourself a new tie, and change into it just because you saw CZ's?
No, I've been wearing this all night. I don't know what you're talking about. It's just what cool people wear. You're one to talk. Look at that.
This whole thing?
You're trying to impress CZ. I get it. That was an awesome finale. Love the fireworks. Thank you, CZ. Such a great job. And congratulations to Evil Dead Rise. You, the people, our horror community, voted and picked that. And I appreciate it because that was actually probably my favorite horror movie of the year, too, to be honest. I liked a bunch of them, but oof.
So many great horror movies this year.
Honestly, you couldn't have gone wrong with any of those nominees, so Thank you all for voting. Thank you all for nominating. Make sure you send your nominations to us throughout the year if you see something really good.
All the places. Instagram.
Yes.
X. Yeah. Facebook. Email. YouTube.
Exactly. Just want to thank you all so much. You all did such a great job. It's why this is such a great show. And it's all because of... Hold on.
What?
All right. Creep Country Cinema is asking us if we can go back to them. They say it's an emergency. Maybe they got Godzilla's Oscar back to them. I don't...
Oh, that's good.
Maybe we can figure out what's going on there.
Oh, back to them.
All right.
And the award for Best Annual Horror Award Ceremony goes to... Horror Addicts, the Oscars!
Hey, we're not used to winning Oscars.
We won an award?
I mean, okay, so first of all, I don't want to diminish any of the awesome other horror award shows. You see James and Chelsea's show last Sunday? They killed it with the Dead Meat Awards. And Fangoria always puts on a great stuff, and you can even see that on Shudder.
I want to hold it. Can I smell it?
So I'm not going to accept this on our behalf. I mean, we worked hard too, but I'm not going to accept it on our behalf, because that'd be ludicrous if you ask me. I will accept it on all the presenters' behalf, alright? All the awesome, giant, presenters like Dead Meat, who killed it for us 2 years ago. CZ, who killed it for us tonight. Dr. Wolfula kills it every year. Those people do it out of the kindness of their heart. I don't think they even get anything out of this. They just are great and participating with the community. And then all the smaller channels like you, Creep Country, you work really hard, and I appreciate that. You know, you deserve more. And all the channels in between.
Katie at the end of Mean Girls.
I know, right? Everybody deserves the awards. So I will accept this Oscar on behalf of all you awesome presenters. We know we got to get the blood on her. There we go.
Oh, that's for you guys. Ew, I got some on my leg.
All right, thank you all so very much. And once again, it's all great because of you guys. And I can't wait till next year because you're going to kill it all again and keep this going. Thank you so much. Till then, love horror and cut.